in a world overrun by 10,000 races where everyone is thirsty for power. Then there's this guy, Tabak. He is a transmigrator fail who has been a nobody for 17 years. When his school offers one last chance via a makeup exam, he makes a fateful choice to become a Beast Tamer. It was not for some noble cause, he was just broke. But life is no fairy tale. These combat pets cost more than a human life. Just as hope fades, fate decides to play a prank. Back at home, that legendary cheat system finally wakes up. Its very first target, the tiny pet turtle his sister keeps in a glass tank. Ding. The strongest Beast Tamer system is active. Target turtle detected. Analyzing bloodline. 50%, 100%. Congratulations, host. This turtle has the blood of the divine black tortoise. It has the potential to reach God level. And just like that, his journey to become a legend officially begins in the city of Jiangzhou. On a clear day, the 20th day of the year, 2024, a surge of purple energy suddenly rips through the sky, signaling a bad omen. Just as expected, a panicked voice screams out from the air, a brand new spatial crack has just appeared in the Jiangzhou sky. Orders go out immediately. A commander yells, Team 3 charge. The whole squad dives into the chaotic battle inside the rift. But things are not looking good at all. From the view of a massive beast with jagged teeth, it growls with pure contempt while staring down at a badly wounded soldier. These pathetic humans just keep on resisting for no reason. The monster is identified as a gold rank, six-eared wolf king. It stomps on a fallen female warrior and declares killing you is only a matter of time. Oos. A flash of light erupts as purple energy claws rip right through space. Other soldiers fight like crazy against 7 demon wolves. A blue-haired female warrior, sweat dripping down her face, shouts out in fear. Gold rank. Could this be a higher-level portal? Sharp claws from a demon wolf slam into the ground, splattering fresh blood everywhere. The Wolf King stands tall and imposing before a silver-haired female warrior. His voice is full of smug arrogance. It is too late to realize it now. The giant wolf swings its claws, unleashing violent waves of purple energy. The warrior barely raises her arms to block. In that life or death moment, a massive figure drops down, blocking the monster. He confidently tells his teammate, I will handle this one. You go clear out the rest. The survivors are thrilled. The blue-haired woman cheers. It is Master Van Nguyen. This is amazing. A split second later, a massive explosion occurs. Blinding light covers the battlefield. After the brutal fight, the blue-haired woman stands in an office reporting. Report. Thanks to the help from Master Van Nguyen, we have successfully defeated them. The invading 6-eared wolf pack. The man across from her replies, good job. A high-ranking commander holding the report speaks thoughtfully. Another new rift? And it is C rank. That is the 6th one in the past decade, isn't it? He sighs. At this rate, Jiangzhou will not be able to defend itself for long. He stands up, walks toward the girl, and decides, that is something our own academy simply cannot solve. Starting this year, superhumans at the martial arts university are exempt from cultural exams. Admission scores for warriors will be cut in half. The girl replies, seriously understood. The scene quickly shifts to a completely different place. The final bell rings loudly at a local high school. A voice calls out that class is over. Inside, a student turns to scold the guy next to him. Why are you not focusing on your studies again? It would be a real shame if you cannot get into martial arts college just because of low test scores. The brown-haired boy gnaws on his pen and absent-mindedly replies, like you are any better? Are you not just sneaking a peek yourself? Then he starts daydreaming. If only I could sit next to the beautiful Nghien Nhien. I seriously do not get why Tabak gets all the good luck. The camera pans to a girl named Nghien Nhien. She's holding a book titled Basic Knowledge of Exotic Beasts. That girl is none other than Lam Nghien Nhien, a gorgeous teenager with flaming red hair. Lam Nghien Nhien turns to her desk, mate smiles and asks, graduation is coming up. Tabak, are you aiming for the academy or martial arts college? Tabak does not even look up from his book as he gives a blunt reply. I do not know. She is surprised. You have no plan at all. Finally, Tabak looks up, revealing a handsome face that is clouded with worry. He explains. The academy. My grades are just average. In these chaotic times, what is the point of studying foreign languages or advanced math anyway? He continues. As for the martial arts university, my family is not exactly wealthy. We cannot afford those supplement pills, plus I do not have any special powers anyway. His eyes grow distant as a single question echoes in his head. Where should I go? Turns out he has a secret. Tabak thinks to himself. I traveled to another world, so do I really have no god-tier talent or abilities? No cheat system awakening or anything? He gazes outside and concludes, I'm seriously starting to wonder if I actually transmigrated at all. Out of nowhere, Lam Nghien Nhien leans in, whispers his name and says, come to the academy with me. She stares deep into his eyes, looking all mysterious. I can get you in no questions asked. Tabak yelps in shock. Wait, what? As she swipes a high-tech hologram into existence right in front of him, she presses a finger to her lips, telling him to hush. Frozen in shock, Tabak watches a system screen flicker to life right before his eyes loaded with detailed personal information. User Tabak. Level 18-year-old basic mortal. Physique 4. Agility 5. Spirit 5. It includes a Beast Tamer trait for contracting any life form and an evolution talent that pushes pets way past god level to feed power back to the master. Between the global invasion and tears from mortal to god, he's left wondering if this system is actually his. He's totally zoned out. Tabak, you okay? She asks, worried. You're sweating like crazy. He realizes nobody else can even see this thing. Panicking, Tabak accidentally grabs her hand and blabs, Yeah, no, I'm totally fine. That single move immediately sets the guys off. The goddess's legion of fanboys is officially about to explode with rage. One guy screams, Don't touch her! While the biggest dude roars, Get your filthy claws off my goddess. Was sitting next to her just not enough for you? The big guy winds up a heavy punch and snarls about teaching him a lesson, but this hero act isn't going to end well for him. A gorgeous but powerful teacher walks into the room, drops a hand on the big guy's shoulder, and simply says, Everyone quiet down. She has news. Zhangzhou Martial Arts University just dropped a massive online update. She announces to the whole class that from now on, all superhumans are exempt from cultural exams and get direct admission to Zhangzhou University. For students with a martial artist physique, the academic requirements are getting slashed in half. The room erupts. Half credit for exams. That is insane. I'm totally getting into martial arts college, one kid yells. Another just wishes he had powers. A realist scoffs, Half points is great, but superhuman strength, dream on. Teacher smiles. If you've awakened or have a martial background, come see me in my office to sign up. This is the break he needed. Tabak thinks to himself, Wait, I just awakened. Can I really just walk into the university without a single test? In the meantime, Lam Nghien Nhien wonders if he is serious. Tabak's memories start drifting back to the beginning of the story. I'm Tubak. I've been here 17 years. Then disaster struck the world. May 18, 1906. The sky ripped open with massive space rifts. Monsters swarmed out of those cracks. Vicious beasts began tearing everything apart, and humanity's brutal war for survival officially began. Military forces from every country on Earth fought back, finally clearing the monsters from the rifts after 3 long, bloody months. But as long as rifts exist, new waves of monsters keep appearing. Facing total desperation, humanity decided to send suicide squads into the rifts to investigate. They found something terrifying, an endless mass of land on the other side. They made a bold plan to stop them. Global armies united to build bases inside those space rifts. Fighting at the source, a new era for humanity began. Crisis brought power. Spiritual energy returned and humans started awakening martial abilities. As the battles grew more intense, guns and bombs failed, but superhumans just kept getting stronger. Superhumans replaced firepower. Reality check. Tabak snaps back. The war between humans and the myriad races is still raging today. Judging by the reforms at the university, things in Zhangzhou are getting pretty dangerous. But our boy Tabak is different now. He stands up, eyes sharp. Systems live, I'm protecting my family now. Fastest way to get strong military martial arts colleges, no doubt. To get that exam waiver, he needs a pet. Luckily, he has those beast taming skills now. He just needs one contracted beast to walk right into college without any exams. Standing outside a pet shop, he declares his first step toward the martial arts university. He acted all big and bad until reality slapped him across the face. Staring at his beat-up phone, sweat dripping, he knew he had to get into martial arts college somehow. He just hoped his 2,000 saved yuan would be enough. He stepped inside the shop, thinking to himself, okay, remember the system said it would automatically sniff out a beast that actually fits. Why is the system so quiet? Suddenly, a charming shop girl greeted him with a big smile. Welcome to our shop. How can I help you today? Subai tried to look like a total pro. I am a beast tamer. What kind of pets are you guys stocking here? The girl smiled and pointed toward the back. Take a look over there. But the first thing he saw was a price tag that looked absolutely insane. That black cat is pretty pricey for a regular beast, she said, but it has ghost cat blood, so reaching silver rank is a breeze. Subai saw the 36,000 yuan tag and just screamed inside. That's way too expensive. Obviously, getting rich was never going to be easy, especially when you only have 2,000 measly yuan in your pocket. She kept going, pointing out a 4-eared dog that was not bad either. It has 6-eared wolf blood priced at 33,000 yuan. Subai scanned the other cages as the prices started dancing before his eyes. 56,000 yuan. 90,000 yuan. This was madness. Seeing him frozen there, she smiled and asked, So which one caught your eye? But when she turned around, Subai had already vanished into thin air. She stood there confused, wondering where he went. Meanwhile, on a lonely side street, Subai was stomping along and muttering to himself in total bitterness. Are you kidding me? This is straight up robbery? Just for a little bit of demon blood, they charge those insane prices? He let out a long sigh. And what is wrong with my system? Why did not a single beast in there count as a match? After a depressing day, Subai trudged home and muttered, "I am back." Then a miracle happened right when he least expected it. A ding sounded and the system screen suddenly flashed open. Subai jumped. Whoa, is the system finally deciding to speak up now? The notification was clear. Suitable pet detected in the newbie starter pack, a tiny turtle. He just stared at it. A tiny turtle. Really? Subai looked where the system was pointing and finally saw the target. He could not believe his eyes. Was the system actually talking about my dad's pet turtle? Our poor guy slumped against the glass tank and groaned. What kind of trash newbie starter pack is this? My very first pet beast is seriously just a turtle. The little turtle just stared back blankly while Subai kept whining. It is so tiny. What can it even do? But after a moment of self-pity, he finally had to face facts. He tried to calm down. Whatever, it is not like I can just head to the battlefield and tame a wild monster right now anyway. I will just use this for now and upgrade later. He hit the tame button, a golden light wrapped around the little turtle, and boom, the pet stats appeared glowing way brighter than his own future ever could. Tamed pet is a tiny turtle. Level is mortal beginner. It carries the black tortoise god beast bloodline with god-slaying potential. Physical stats are at 1. Physical. Defense is 3, spirit is 1, and speed is 1. It has the shell defense ability. The evolution method is super simple. Just keep eating. After reading those insane stats, Subai's brain completely short-circuited. The words black tortoise, bloodline, infinite growth, and godslayer kept looping over and over in his head. He stammered, "Wait, what?" Then his confusion instantly flipped into pure high-octane excitement. Subai hoisted the turtle into the air and started laughing. "Ha ha, now we are talking. How much is a black tortoise bloodline even worth? I am not trading it. No way." But his joy was short-lived when a sharp voice rang out from behind him. "What do you think you're doing to Xiaoba?" It was his sister Su Xiaomei looking suspicious. She pointed right at his face and growled, "That is Dad's favorite pet?" Subai jumped quickly, trying to explain himself. "I am not doing anything." Meanwhile, the turtle, now officially named Xiaoba, was struggling to get out of its sack, while screaming in a mental voice only Subai could hear, "Food, I am starving to death." Xiaomei looked at him with narrow eyes. "Hey, why is this turtle eating so much all of a sudden? Dad literally just fed it this morning." But to Subai, this was actually a really good sign. He smirked. "Looks like its appetite is leveling up." "Is it about to evolve already?" He told his sister, "I'm going to grab some more food for it." Xiaomei could not believe it. It is still eating, cut to 30 minutes later when his parents finally got home. Mom and Dad stepped inside with looks of pure horror on their faces. His dad asked, "Did we get robbed?" The whole house was a total disaster zone. Xiaomei was running around screaming, clutching the very last bag of chips to her chest. "This is my last snack. Save me." Xiaoba the turtle was chasing her at insane speeds, still yelling for food. His parents were in shock. Dad gasped, "Is that Xiaoba? Since when do turtles run that fast?" Subai could only give an awkward laugh. "Let me explain." The kitchen looked like it had been hit by a literal hurricane. That night, after finally cleaning everything up, Subai sat on the sofa, scratching his head in frustration. Sigh. Whatever. My parents already work hard enough. It is better if I do not tell them Xiaoba is a bottomless pit. I will handle this myself. Just then, Xiaoba, who was looking a bit bigger, now sat down next to him and let out a massive burp. Su Xiaomei is over there throwing a total tantrum, stomping like crazy. Then out of nowhere, a massive green light explodes from Xiaoba, forming a fierce dragon. Subai and Su Xiaomei just froze in their tracks. Subai thinks, is this little glutton finally full? Is that legendary Xuanwu bloodline about to awaken? Honestly, though, the truth was way more disappointing than that. That glowing shadow vanished in a heartbeat. No power-up, no bloodline awakening. Just a turtle that wanted to eat even more than before. Subai's internal monologue kicks in. "This is why I ended up here standing right outside the pet shop. The clerk definitely recognized me. Welcome back. Ready to pick something out today?" Subai kept it short and sweet, not buying anything this time around. He leaned in close to whisper, "I have some rare monster blood. You interested?" That little comment caught the ear of a middle-aged guy sitting nearby. He looked shocked and asked, "You seriously have actual monster blood?" He turned to the clerk, and it turns out he is the boss. He just told her, "You can head out now." "Yes, sir," she replied. The boss gave Subai a warm welcome. "Hey kid, come on over here. Let us sit down and talk. I heard you have some monster blood. Mind if I check out the quality first?" Subai shrugged. "Yeah, sure, why not?" The boss grabbed the vial, popped the cap, and took a sniff. His face changed instantly. He gasped in total shock. "This is top-tier monster blood." Then he got straight to it. How much you want? Time for Subai to show off his haggling skills. He thought about how hard it was to milk this stuff from Xiaoba. It has to be worth at least $100, right? He held up one finger and timidly asked $1,000. The boss's eyes widened as he pointed at him. Subai panicked, thinking he'd asked for too much. What? 1,000. At least you know high quality. The boss just burst out laughing and waved him off. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Quality like this is easily worth 10,000. Subai's eyes lit up like high-beam headlights. He shouted, what? 10,000? The boss thought he was being stingy and blurted out still too low. How about 15,000? I really cannot go any higher. Subai quickly covered his mouth, trying his best not to laugh. Inside, he was screaming. He had no idea Xiaoba's blood was worth that kind of cash. Subai tried to keep a straight face. He turned around and held up one finger. Fine, it is a deal. Then he added some attitude. If I was not short on cash, there's no way I would sell this to you. Subai walked out with his head high and 15,000 in cash in his pocket. The boss and the clerk stood there waving him goodbye. Stay safe, kid. If you ever get more of that high-grade stuff, you know where to find me. Walking away, he checked his phone and whispered, I can't believe how much this stuff is worth. I just made 15,000. Looks like Xiaoba is finally going to pay for his own meals from now on. Suddenly his phone started ringing. Subai picked up, and a very familiar voice came through. Hello there, am I speaking to Subai? It is Teacher Lee. Your grades are in, and I have some huge news for you. This was happening right as he was celebrating his massive payday. Teacher Lee's voice suddenly started cutting out. Come to the school this afternoon to fill out the forms. Do not be late. Static then, he hung up. Subai yelled into the phone, annoyed. Hello, Teacher Lee. What was that important news? Hello. Hello. How did this piece of junk lose the signal again? Before he could even get mad. A blue notification window popped up right in front of him. Warning, warning, 3 individuals with hostile intent detected nearby. They are within a 10-meter radius of the host. Please be careful. Feng Yi, level 1 junior warrior. Cao Feng, level 2 civilian. Lin Feng, level 3 civilian. Subai was stunned. But while he was still standing there, dazed, a tattooed hand holding a spiked mace suddenly blocked his path. Subai thought that was fast. They already have eyes on me. The leader let out a nasty, disgusting laugh. 3 thugs stepped out from the dark corners. The big leader wearing a flashy gold chain smirked. Just looking at that pet shop owner's face, it was obvious you have something very valuable on you, kid. Hand it over, kid. Subai threw his hands up, acting totally helpless. Look, big brothers. I only went to that shop to sell stuff, not to buy anything. Man, why do I have such terrible luck? He groaned to himself. But suddenly his eyes turned sharp and focused. He scanned the 3 thugs doing the math in his head. If only one of them's a junior warrior, I can take him. The leader laughed out loud. Look at your pathetic, cowardly face. Hand over the cash. Subai faked a terrified look, pulling Xiaoba out and making the turtle curl up. Yeah, sure, I'm giving it to you right now. Then he snapped. Take this. Subai used all his strength to launch Xiaoba at the leader's face like a cannonball. The leader flinched and instinctively swung his spiked mace to block it. The mace slammed into the shell with a deafening crack. His eyes went wide with shock as his hand started going completely numb from the impact. Before he could even process what happened, he let out a blood-curdling scream of pure agony. Taking the golden opportunity, Subai landed a massive kick right in the leader's vitals. There was a sound that made it clear something just shattered. The 2 lackeys just stood there frozen in horror. They screamed, "Boss, you punk! How dare you lay a finger on our boss!" The other 2 thugs growl and charge toward Tobak. You want to die? But Tobak catches Little Ba as he bounces back, giving his turtle a silent nod of approval. Shrug off a spiked club like that. Little Ba's shell defense is legit. The turtle in his hand barely felt a tickle. Gotcha now. Both punks lunged together, one swinging a pipe, while the other reached out to grab him. Tobak stays cool and raises his hand using Little Ba like a spiked iron gauntlet clamped onto his fist. He slams his foot down, bracing himself for a massive bone-shaking counterattack. He uses the turtle to knock a thug's club away and lands a heavy left hook on the other guy, sending him sprawling. That combo sends both lackeys flying into the wall before they slump over. Their leader scrambles to his feet, eyes wide with pure, unhinged rage. I am going to kill you. Seeing him up, Tobak calls out coldly, Little Ba, get back here. The turtle instantly leaps back into his palm. He pivots, winds up for a perfect throw, and launches that turtle grenade one last time. Little Ba smacks right into the boss's screaming mouth. With the trash cleared out, Tobak stands there, huffing and looking down at the 3 thugs passed out on the concrete. He dusts off his hands and mutters, You brought this on yourselves. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. He turns to leave, but stops dead. Wait, what? He spots Little Ba hovering over one of the unconscious thugs, busy nibbling on something he found in their pockets. Tobak rushes over. Hey, what are you eating? You find a snack or something? Little Ba is clutching a glowing red glass vial that looks expensive. Before Tabak can even blink, the turtle chugs the whole glowing liquid in one shot. Tabak gets a closer look at that empty bottle and panics. Is that a blood essence potion? Damn it, that thing is worth tens of thousands of yuan. He grabs Little Ba, who is now glowing bright green, and yells, "It takes a warrior a full month to digest that stuff. You just downed it all. You're gonna explode." Suddenly, Tabak freezes. A rush of power hits him. A blue aura wraps around Tubok. As his system screen pops up with a ton of new notifications. Host Tubok. Class Beast Tamer. Level mid-tier mortal. Host level is currently increasing. Based on pet level stats for strength, agility, and spirit are skyrocketing. A new ability has been unlocked. Turtle Shell Defense. Consumes stamina to activate. Once active, the host's skin is protected by a turtle hide layer with incredible defensive capabilities. Our guy clenches his fists, feeling the raw power surging through him. That blood potion was no joke. My stats jumped a ton, and I even got a brand new skill. Still in shock, Tabak stares at Little Ba's new info panel. Small turtle pet. Mid-tier mortal. Black tortoise bloodline not yet activated. Once he hits bronze and wakes up that bloodline, his stats will go through the roof. Strength 32. Defense is a crazy 38 agility, 10 in spirit 10. He gasps in total disbelief. Strength 32. 38 defense. He looks down at the turtle glowing with a majestic green light. He whispers, "Whoa," he even got bigger. Rubbing his chin, Tabak tries to remember what he learned in school. He starts doing the math. I remember the teacher saying that even top-tier mortal strength beasts usually max out at 30. This is totally nuts. Watching Little Ba puff out his chest, he feels a surge of excitement. This is just his base power without even using skills. So how tanky will he be with the defense mode on no time to waste? Tabak pats Little Ba's head and stuffs his little partner back into his bag. He whispers, "All right, you have had your fill. Let us get the hell out of here before more trouble shows up." Next morning at high school number 1, the intercom blares with an announcement. Final grades have been posted. Students need to submit their college applications today. Plus, there is a major announcement. In the noisy classroom, the homeroom teacher stands up and speaks clearly. Tomorrow, recruiters from Martial Arts University will be here to conduct special entrance exams for all our interested candidates. She scans the room, making it clear that, like always, things are competitive. Our school only gets 2 direct admissions this year. Hearing this, the gorgeous redhead Lam Nghien Nhien turns to Tobak. "Tabak, did you decide yet? Are you going for liberal arts or martial arts university?" Tabak crosses his arms and says firmly, "No doubt about it. I am making it into martial arts university." Lam Nghien Nhien's eyes go wide with worry. "Seriously, didn't I tell you that you should just apply for liberal arts with me instead?" She frowns and snaps. "Martial arts university sends students straight to the front lines. Do you have any idea how dangerous the battlefield actually is?" Ignoring her warnings, Tabak stays calm and replies, "Look, the front lines always need people who are willing to step up. It is a good thing to do." He gives a heroic little smile and continues, "I want to go to the front lines to protect someone very important to me." Lam Nghien Nhien's heart skips a beat. She's sweating from embarrassment, screaming internally, did he just say a very important person? Could I be the one? Right in the middle of her daydream, the teacher snaps her back to reality. "Yen Yen, what martial arts school are you planning to apply to?" Yen Yen hesitates. Meanwhile, the guys in the back of the class start whispering and throwing shade. No way she awakened any powers yet. I have never even seen her train. She's probably just going for some liberal arts degree, right? With everyone watching, Yen Yen closes her eyes and lets out a long sigh. "I have not actually decided yet, sir. I just need a little more time to think." The teacher turns back to the board to settle the noise, sounding dead serious. "This choice is incredibly huge. Take these transcripts home and go over them with your parents. This is not something you want to mess up. Everyone must turn in their applications by tomorrow at the latest." The bell rings. Some guy shouts, "School is out," and the whole class roars in unison. "We hear you, teacher." Cut to that evening at the massive mansion where the Lam family lives. Yen Yen slips out of her clothes, showing off those long legs and steps, into a warm bath filled with romantic rose petals. She is giving off total main character vibes. While soaking, she grabs her phone and dials Tobak. "Hey, Tobak." "It is me." At the same time, a maid stands by and pours a huge bottle of expensive blood essence powder right into her warm bathwater. Tobak treats this stuff like a holy relic, but she is using it for her bathwater. Blushing from the steam, she finally tells him about her decision to apply to university. She giggles and starts flirting a little bit. "Plus, I have got a major surprise waiting for you." While the beauty is flirting in her flower bath, our hero, Tobak is busy sweating it out in a back alley, shoveling turtle poop with a clothespin on his nose to block the smell. "Are you serious?" "You're not joking, right? You're actually signing up for martial arts university." On the other end, she sounds totally dead set on it. Before she can finish her sentence, Tabak cuts her off. Look, I cannot talk right now. I have got something incredibly important that needs my immediate attention right this second. He covers the phone eyes burning as he glares at Tuba, who is busy munching on a sack of food. He hangs up and a roar of pure rage echoes through the entire apartment complex. Tuba, you little brat, stop eating so much. Why do you poop so much? This turtle smell is going to be the absolute death of me. Next morning at the stadium, thousands of students have gathered together. A teacher grabs the mic and yells with a loud voice, "Please give a warm welcome to Coach Truong Kai from Martial Arts University. He has traveled a very long way to be here today and share some important words of wisdom with all of you." The teacher smiles with pride and steps back to give him the stage. He is actually one of our own, a warrior who graduated from high school number 1. Truong Kai gives a quick wave to the crowd as they cheer for their hero. Truong Kai steps up looking cold as ice and immediately kills the vibe for all the excited students sitting in the crowd. Last year, 126 students from this school made it in. Today, only 65 of them are actually still alive. He keeps dropping those terrifying numbers. 2 years ago, 98 got in. Only 32 of them are still breathing. The entire stadium goes dead silent. Kids are actually starting to sweat. Truong Kai drops the hammer. 3 years ago, 86 got in. Today, only 11 of them are still alive. He scans the crowd as the terrified students start huddling together for safety. Look, students, I am not telling you this to scare you. I just want you to realize that getting into Martial Arts University is not some simple game or just something to brag about to your friends. Amidst the chaos and fear, Tabak keeps his head held high, his eyes burning with pure determination. Truong Kai speaks up again. This is what is waiting for you. His words are as sharp as a blade. We are talking high-stakes missions, heavy responsibilities, constant danger, and the sacred duty to protect this great country of ours. This epic speech truly sets their hearts on fire. Martial Arts University is the birthplace of the strong. Do you want to be powerful? The whole school is buzzing. Hundreds of hands fly into the air as they all shout, "Yes, we do." Very well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you can actually do during the exams. But as soon as the event ends, Truong Kai walks straight into. The crowd looks around and shouts for Tabak. Our hero freezes in shock. Is he really calling me? The teacher rushes over, worried. Coach Truong, is something wrong? Did he do something? Truong Kai ignores her and stares at the boy. You are Tabak. Tabak stands stiff and answers. Yes, sir. Truong Kai drops a bombshell. You have been fast-tracked into Martial Arts University. Get there now and prepare for your entrance test right away. Before he can even process the news, Tabak stands there, with his mouth wide open, pointing at his own chest. What, I got fast-tracked? No way. Truong Kai just gives a calm nod. That is right, Tabak. There's already a bus waiting for you at the school gate right now. As the news breaks, the whole student body goes totally insane. The pretty girls and popular guys nearby stare at Tabak with pure jealousy, their eyes practically popping out as they whisper in shock. What the heck is going on with him? Tabak got fast-tracked. One guy starts crying. He must have some insane family connections. I'm so jealous right now. The bus, hauling the next generation of martial arts prodigies, finally grinds to a halt. The guide grabs her megaphone. All right, students, we have officially arrived at the Combat Arts University. Please exit the vehicle in an orderly fashion. Stepping off the sheer scale of the place hits them like a freight train. Tabak drags his suitcase, staring up at the massive glass gates. So this is the legendary Martial Arts University. The guide barks again. Listen up, everyone, follow me. They walk a bit before the whole group stops dead in their tracks. Standing tall in the courtyard is a massive ruby stone pillar. Tabak gasps. What is this giant slab of rock? The guide explains with a smirk. This is the motto of our elite martial arts academy. Reading the majestic words carved deep into the stone, Tabak thinks to himself. A martial arts school slogan. Sounds pretty intense. Before he can stare longer, the teacher waves them over. Stick together, everyone. I will get you your training uniforms, then we are heading straight to the dorms to get settled. Moments later, they stop in front of a huge building. The teacher points. This is the male dormitory right here. Head to your rooms, rest up, and change into those new uniforms. Someone will be by soon to announce the entrance exam times. Tabak nods respectfully. Thank you, ma'am. He wheels his bag down the hall, pondering some deep philosophy about this whole fighter lifestyle. The path of a true warrior always starts with understanding the value of resources. He stops in front of door 303 and gives a little nod. Finally here. This is the spot. But the second he swings the door open, he finds 3 guys already inside talking a mile a minute. A redhead is holding a quart showing off a tiny vial. My old man just scored 3 drops of ultra-rare beast blood at Jade Mountain. He had a master alchemist turn them into top-tier pills for body tempering. This stuff is crazy rare. The guy with the ponytail is losing it. Whoa, is that actually the color of beast blood? I have never seen it before. The bald kid chimes in. My family bought me some blood powder once, but I have never laid eyes on the real deal like this. Watching the glowing vial sparkle in the redhead's hand, Tabak walks in with a friendly grin to introduce himself. Hey everyone, I am Tabak. Guess I am your new roommate for room 303. The redhead looks up and beams. Tabak. Awesome. Looks like the squad is finally all here. I am Hanjia Kwong. The room fills with energy. Hanjia Kwong starts introducing everyone. Ponytail guy speaks. I am Dao Jia Tuan. Bald kid flashes a peace sign. I am Fan Seo An. Tabak nods. Nice to meet you guys. Looking forward to it? Breaking the ice. Hanjia Kwong waves a hand. No need for formalities, we are roommates now. Basically brothers under one roof. Tabak, check this out. My dad just got me some rare beast blood. He brags looking proud. He had to pull a lot of strings. Putting his bag away, Tabak listens closely. He finally managed to snag this stuff at Jade Mountain. Too bad there were only 3 drops. Tabak freezes. His eyes narrow with suspicion. Jade Mountain. 3 drops. No way it is a coincidence. Is that the blood I just sold? He turns and asks, trying to act casual. Stuff like that must be insanely expensive, right? The redhead shrugs, trying to act like a humble big shot. Not really. Each drop was a little over 30,000 credits. So 3 drops cost less than 100,000. No big deal. Hearing the phrase no big deal makes Tabak's face go dark. Veins start popping out on his forehead. His eyes turn red as he screams internally with pure, unadulterated rage. That lying old scammer. I sold it for 30,000 total, and he flips it for 10 times that absolute bottom feeder trash. But his anger is cut short. Dao Jiatuan suddenly shrieks, waving everyone over to the window. Look. There's a total 10 out of 10 standing in the lobby down there. Fan Seo An leans out, practically drooling. For this year's campus beauty pageant, she is definitely getting all my votes. The 3 of them are glued to the glass. Hanjia Kwong sighs. Look at that physique. Those legs go on for days. She is my absolute goddess. Down in the courtyard, a grumpy, overweight dorm manager stops the girl. Hey kid, this is the guys' dorm. Who are you looking for? Up on the 3rd floor, the boys are entranced. Dao Jiatuan sighs. Stunning. This university really has the best quality. She is the campus queen for sure. Fan Seo An stammers. Man, she is drop-dead gorgeous. Hanjia Kwong scratches his chin. Wonder what lucky guy this goddess is here to see. Under the bright sun, Lam Nghien Nhien stands out in her tight workout gear, showing off every curve. She smiles politely and replies, I am looking for Tabak. Behind her, 2 guys walking by literally have hearts in their eyes. Hearing the name, the manager threw her hands on her hips and screamed at the building with everything she had. Tabak. Which one of you is Tabak? Get your butt down here now. There's a gorgeous girl waiting for you. Up in room 3033, head snapped around in total shock. What the heck, Tabak? Meanwhile, our main man calmly opened the door, waved, and tossed out a casual remark. I am heading down for a little bit. As the door shut, the 3 guys just stared at each other like total idiots. Hanjia Kwong started whimpering. She came for Tabak, Fan Seo An muttered in despair. No way. This makes 0 sense. Dao Jiatuan was sweating bullets. Tabak, my brother, you have been hiding some serious moves from us. Back in the dorm lobby, Tabak stepped out looking sharp in his gold and black uniform. Lam Nghien Nhien flashed a huge grin and tilted her head. Tabak, you look pretty handsome in that uniform. Tabak just rubbed his hair like a dork. Seriously? Without a word, she stepped in close and reached up to fix his collar, saying softly, Yeah, it actually makes you look even more handsome. Tabak turned bright red, his heart thumping in his chest from the awkwardness. Man, this romantic scene hit the guys upstairs like a nuclear blast. Dao Jiatuan practically climbed out the window, grit his teeth, and screamed. Oh my god, the school bell is actually fixing Tabak's collar right now? Hanjia Kwong was losing it, pulling at his hair. What is even happening? Who the heck is Tabak? Please stay away from my goddess. Fan Seo An bit his shirt, sobbing. I think their hands just touched. Ignoring the death stares from the windows, Lam Nghien Nhien stepped back, sounding a bit hesitant. By the way, Tabak, about your automatic admission. You aren't mad at me, are you? Tabak shook his head slightly. Oh, not at all. Even though I planned on taking the entrance exam myself. He flashed a warm smile and reached out to gently pat her fluffy red hair. I know you were just looking out for me. Either way, thank you. Caught off guard by the head pat, she looked down shyly. Why are you thanking me? I was worried your pride would be hurt. Tabak just laughed. How could that ever happen? Suddenly, she shoved a paper bag into his hands and spoke quickly. Anyway, the exam is the day after tomorrow. I got some cultivation pills ready for you. Tabak awkwardly tried to push it back. You already got me the admission spot. You should keep this stuff for yourself. But the stubborn girl wasn't taking it back. Lam Nghien Nhien turned and ran off, waving back at him with a bright, radiant smile. Tabak, I gotta go see you tomorrow. Watching her run off, he smiled and whispered, What a goof. While he was feeling the romance, the entire guy's dorm was literally exploding with rage. Dark shadows poked their heads out of the windows, screaming in fury. Who the heck does that kid think he is? Did he seriously just touch her hair? Someone find out who he is right now. You think you can just steal my goddess? You got a death wish. Tabak walked into room 303 and jumped when he saw his 3 roommates waiting with creepy fake smiles. Tao Gia-tuan started rubbing his hands together. Brother Tao, about that girl earlier. Han Jia-kwang quickly pulled out a chair. Tabak, come sit down, buddy. Tabak started sweating. This vibe shift was weird. Now they were calling him Brother Tao. Forced into the chair, Tao Jia-tuan started massaging his shoulders, while Fan Xiao-an knelt down to rub his legs. Tao Jia-tuan grilled him. A goddess? Which one? Han Jia-kwang stood there with a goofy grin. Man, you're being way too humble. That total babe came all this way just to find you. Tabak broke a sweat trying to explain. Look, it is a misunderstanding. We were just classmates in high school. Hearing the word classmate, Han Jia-kwang's eyes lit up like Christmas. He threw an arm around Tabak's shoulder and gave him a heavy wink. Tabak, we are roommates now. We are practically family. Since you and the goddess are so close, it should be easy for her to introduce us to some of her cute friends, right? Tabak scratched his head, feeling awkward. Well, before he could even say no, Han Jia-kwang beat his chest and made a loud announcement. All right, Brother Tabak. Since today is our first day together, we're going out tonight for one massive, epic feast. We can talk business while we eat. All 3 cheered and rushed for the door. It is a plan. Let's get dressed. Tao Gia-tuan turned back with a final word. Big bro Tabak, you just relax. We'll head out and grab a table first. Before Tabak could even open his mouth, the 3 of them had bolted into the hallway. He shook his head and laughed. These guys are actually pretty entertaining. He turned his focus to the little paper bag to see what kind of magical pills Nghien Nhien had actually given him. From inside his bag, the little turtle Xiaoba poked his head out, acting all curious. Tabak lifted him onto his shoulder. Right, you should probably get some fresh air, too. Opening the bag, Tabak's eyes widened at the sight of a glass bottle filled with red liquid. Whoa, it is blood energy powder, Xiaoba. Looks like you are eating like a king today. Holding the bottle, a totally villainous smirk spread across Tabak's face. He leaned in close to the turtle, his voice dripping with schemes. Hey, little Ba. You know what to do once you have finished this blood energy powder, right? Little Ba jumped dripping sweat, but his eyes sparkled with pure greed. The scene shifts to evening right outside the most expensive restaurant in town. Staring at the flashy, futuristic building, Subai hesitated for a second. Is coming to a place this fancy a bit too much for a bodyguard? Han Jishuang waved him off like a boss. Subai, eat whatever you want tonight. I have got the tab. Inside the crystal-lit VIP room, Han Jia-kwang raised his glass. He spoke loudly. Getting into martial arts university and meeting guys like you, especially a genius like Subai, is a total win for me. I'm so lucky, let me finish this glass first. The crew cheered and slammed their drinks back too. Subai gestured for everyone to sit back down. We are roommates now, so no need for all that formal stuff. After a few rounds of drinks, Subai got straight to the point with Jia Kwang. I went to high school with Lin Yan Ran, so asking her to hook you guys up with her friends shouldn't be a problem. We can talk about that later. Subai lowered his voice, looking dead serious. Jia Kwang, I actually need a favor from you. Han Jia Kwang pounded his chest. Brother Subai, just say it, I am on it. Subai casually placed a glowing red jar on the table. It is nothing too crazy, I just have some rare beast blood and need your help finding a buyer. Dao Jiatuan and Fan Chao-an froze mid-chew, their eyes popping out of their heads. Their cheeks were stuffed like hamsters as they nearly choked. Han Jia-kwang grabbed the jar, inspecting it closely while breaking into a cold sweat. Subai, this monster blood is on a whole different level than the stuff I brought home earlier. Dao Jiatuan swallowed hard and stuttered in agreement. I have never seen quality like this before. He was buzzing, realizing they were sitting on a literal gold mine. Han Jia-kwang scrambled for his phone. Brother Subai, this is too rare. I'm not even qualified to put a price on this. Let me call my dad to check this out right now. Subai leaned back, casually eating his food. Sure, no rush. Make the call. Let us just finish eating first. As soon as the line picked up, a booming, angry voice shouted from the other end. Little Kyong, did you blow through your allowance again? I sent you to martial arts school to become a legendary warrior, not to hang out and drink with your buddies all day. Han Jia-kwang stuttered. Dad, just listen for a second. I am not asking for money. I have got a serious business deal here. Hearing the word business, his father narrowed his eyes and took a long drag of his cigar. Jia Kwang talked fast. My roommate has 7 drops of rare monster blood for sale. The quality is way better than the 3 drops you just bought me, and I cannot price it. His father's mood flipped 180 degrees as he screamed into the phone. Wait, what? Better quality, and you said there are 7 drops. Are you absolutely sure about that? Jia Kwang puffed out his chest. If you do not believe me, come see for yourself, his father snapped. Send the address, I'm bringing Master Tao right now. You got it. An hour later, the VIP room was dead silent until a shocked gasp broke the quiet atmosphere. This is top tier, pure excellence. Master Tao, a wise old guy in glasses, held a light to the blood. His hands were shaking with pure excitement. The energy inside these drops is easily the most concentrated and pure I have ever witnessed in standard monster blood. He turned to the father and nodded. With these 7 drops, I can definitely craft at least one top-tier body-tempering pill. The father still could not believe it. Master Tao, are you sure? Is that not a bit of an exaggeration? Master Tao laughed confidently and waved him off. Not a chance. Even with the most advanced testing equipment, the essence of this blood might be worth even more than my highest estimate. While the old men were obsessing over the treasure, Subai just relaxed, swirling his red wine like a total boss. Han Jiaquang wiped sweat from his forehead. Holy crap, Subai. I had no idea your monster blood was this insane. Getting back into his professional dealer mindset, the father stepped closer and asked in a low voice, Young man, how much are you looking to get for this monster blood? Subai smiled, ready to haggle. Uncle Han, Master Tao, a friend, told me this rare blood cannot be sold for cash, only for an equal value of blood energy powder. The father rubbed his chin and nodded. Oh, I see. He thought for a second before making a generous offer. Since you and my son are classmates, I will make sure you get a fair deal as your elder. He held up his hand for the final price. I will take all 7 drops and give you 14 jars of powder. Sound good? Subai was thrilled but kept a poker face. Deal. Thanks, Uncle Han. The deal was inked, and a greedy smirk stretched across Papa Han's face. He drawled out his words while Mr. Jiang spread his arms wide, basically rolling out the red carpet. Tabak, my boy, how would you feel about joining the Han family? In the future, we can provide every resource you need for your cultivation and more. But remember, free cheese only comes in a mousetrap. Tabak quickly waved his hands, declining politely. I really appreciate the offer, Mr. Han, but I'm just not interested in joining a clan right now. Papa Han stepped closer, trying to salvage the situation. Tabak, think about it. Our family is. Suddenly a voice cut him off. Tabak already spoke. Everyone in the VIP room jumped heads, spinning toward the door in total shock. A clear, powerful female voice echoed. He said he does not want to join the Han family. The doors burst open as a long-legged beauty walked in like a queen. Yanran, in a skin-tight outfit that turned heads, scanned the room with icy eyes. She declared firmly that no one has the right to force him into joining any family. The air in the room got heavy under her overwhelming presence. She tilted her chin, her voice cold and sharp. Didn't you hear him seeing a familiar face? Tabak started breaking into a cold sweat. Yanran, what are you doing here? His 3 roommates huddled in a corner whispering, Is that actually the goddess Yanran? How did she get here? Yanran winked and answered softly. I was just passing by on some business. Didn't expect to run into you guys. Getting lectured by the little brat made Papa Han's blood boil. He looked visibly annoyed. Where did this little girl come from? But Master Tao, standing behind him, broke into a cold sweat. He whispered into Han's ear, Boss, this girl is hearing her true identity. Han's face went white as a ghost. Wait, she is actually who Papa Han's attitude flipped faster than a pancake. He immediately laughed it off, putting a friendly arm around Tubak to save face. Haha, it was all a big misunderstanding. Tubak and my son are classmates. They are practically best brothers. Ignoring his awkward acting, Yanran turned to Tubak and gave him a warm, genuine smile. Tubak, you heading back to campus? Let's go together. Tabak nodded, breathing a sigh of relief. Sure thing, I just wrapped up my business deal anyway. Walking out arm in arm with the beauty, Tabak gave a polite wave back. Later, Mr. Han? Jia Kwang. I'll catch you back at the dorm. Jia Kwang just stood there waving like a zombie. All right, Tabak, get back safe. Seeing his dream girl leaving with his roommate Jia Kwang, scrambled to catch up with them. Goddess, wait for me, I have to get back to school too. Whack. Papa Han grabbed his son's collar and yanked him back, yelling, Get your head in the game and get back here. The dad's face turned serious like he was passing down a sacred decree. Listen, from now on, you stay on Tabak's good side. The entire future of the Han family might just depend on you. Jia Kwang was clueless. His dad gritted his teeth and added, and most importantly, keep a very safe distance. He hissed every word. Keep a polite distance from that Yanran girl. Do you hear me? Outside the window, night began to fall over the city. Jia Kwang stared at the glowing neon signs, still in shock. Dad, do Tubak and Yanran really have such a crazy background? How did I miss that? 2 days later at the Martial Arts University training grounds. Under a clear blue sky, thousands of new freshmen lined up in perfect neat rows. The speakers blared announcing that over the next few days, you will all participate in a special freshman training camp. And the location for this session is the battlefield of 10,000 tribes. As soon as the words dropped, the rookies went pale and started whispering. Are we really going to that battlefield for training? Isn't that just a death sentence? The head coach folded his hands behind his back, calmly reassuring them. That is right, surviving the training is easy, but losing your life out there. Now that is the real challenge. However, don't panic. Our side has already cleared the training zone. He emphasized his next point. And we will be responsible for your safety. To wrap up the meeting, the head coach laid down the law. From here on, every 50 students will form one class. Each class will have a bronze-level teacher in charge. They will be the ones assigning your training missions. He hit his chest and shouted out a blessing. On behalf of the school, I wish you all a safe return. Back on the field, Yanran looked around and gasped. Tabak, we're in the same class. Behind them, his three roommates were practically howling with joy at the news. Jia Kwang clenched his fists. It is the goddess. It is actually Yanran. Man being in her class makes me want to cry happy tears. Tabak sweated, thinking, is this really a coincidence? Or did someone set this up on purpose? Just then, a loud, sultry female voice cut through the noise. Class 8, fall in. Striding toward them from a distance is a smoking hot coach with fiery red hair and a killer attitude. She plants her hands on her hips and confidently says, I am Liu Yuxin, your special instructor. The boys immediately get massive nosebleeds as their eyes turn into literal hearts. Fan Xiao-an covers his face and swoons, saying, oh my god, she is absolutely gorgeous. Liu Yuxin keeps that mysterious, wicked smile on her face while speaking softly. I will be the one personally assigning every single mission during this training. And your first task is everyone holds their breath for something epic, but Liu Yuxin's smile suddenly turns dangerous as she drops a major bomb. Write your wills. Hearing the word will, the whole group drops their jaws, faces turning pale as ghosts. Fan Xiao-an stutters with a shaking voice. What a will beside him, Dao Jiatuan is also breaking out in a cold, soaking sweat, ignoring the utter panic of these wet behind-the-ears students. Liu Yuxin casually walks away, waving her hand as she gives the order. You have exactly 1 day to write your wills. 8 a.m. tomorrow. Everyone gather at the teleportation square. The trip to the battlefield of 10,000 races starts on time, so do not be late. The rookies grab their heads and start sobbing. Is this really a life or death situation, man? I have not even carried on the family line yet. I need to go write my will right now. There are still so many things I have not said. While everyone rushes off to prepare for the end, Lin Yanran walks up to Subai and asks Subai, what are your plans? He shrugs and gives a chill reply. I do not have much to prepare, so I'm just heading straight back to the dorm. They both wave goodbye as Yanran flashes a smile. All right then, I will see you tomorrow. Subai nods and watches her leave, while the students around him are still running around screaming their heads off, going to the battlefield tomorrow. Man, there are way too many things to worry about. That evening at the men's dorm, the three roommates are hanging out and getting ready to go out and blow off some steam. Dao Jiatuan turns to invite him. Hey Su, we are heading to the battlefield tomorrow anyway. Let's go out tonight and have a real blast while we still can. You coming with us? Subai politely declines, staying parked in his swivel chair right in front of the computer desk. I have some important stuff to take care of, so you guys go have fun and relax. He smiles and adds, if you need me to pick up anything, just call me and I will go grab it. All right, it is a deal then. Before leaving, Han Jiakong stops and squats down to tease the little turtle munching on some food. Hey Su, this turtle of yours is actually pretty cool. Its shell feels super solid. He taps on Xiaoba's back and gives it a compliment. You really are a cute little glutton? Subai spins his chair around and smiles with pride. Yeah, this is my pet, Xiaoba. He definitely has the soul of a foodie. The three roommates head out together, leaving Subai alone in the room. Dao Jiatuan waves as they leave. We're heading out, Subai waves back, telling them to have a good time. With only him and the turtle left, Subai locks the door, and that sneaky smile returns to his face. He pulls out several bottles of glowing red blood powder and shoves them in front of the gluttonous Xiaoba. You're always thinking about eating. But today, I'm going to let you eat until you explode. When we finally get to that battlefield, you better show me what you are really made of. Xiaoba happily opens his mouth wide and chugs down the glowing red energy liquid. And just like that, the expensive investment pays off as the system lets out a loud ringing chime. Congratulations, your pet turtle has evolved into a high-level mortal. The host level has also been increased. The little turtle has gained a new talent, 1,000-pound strike. Xiaoba's stat board lights up, making the whole room glow. Physique 64? Defense 78? Agility 20 and Spirit 20? Talent 1, Shell defense. Increases his defense by 300% when hiding, but he cannot move. Talent 2, Skin defense. Spend stamina to increase your defense by 50 to 100%. Talent 3,000-pound strike. Triggered by spending stamina to boost attack power by 100 to 200%. The more stamina used, the more devastating the hit. Xiaoba now looks significantly bigger and more muscular, radiating a powerful and majestic green light. Following that, Subai's stats also skyrocket based on the inheritance from his pet. Host Subai, Class Beast Master, Level. High-level mortal age, 18 physique, 28. Base, 15 plus 13 inherited from pet agility, 19. Base 15 plus 4 from pet spirit, 34 base 30 plus 4 inherited. Tamed beast, mortal level little turtle. Current attribute inheritance rate is 20% and will increase to 30% at the next bronze level. Possesses talent 1 infinite evolution of the pet. The host benefits from a portion of the pet's attributes and talents. Talent 2, shell defense consumes stamina to increase defense by 50 to 100%. And talent 3, heavy strike, is activated by spending stamina to enhance attack power by 100 to 200%. Feeling the raw power surging through his body, Subai clenches his fists, feeling absolutely electrified. That blood powder is seriously a miracle drug. Xiaoba leveled up again, and this stat boost is absolutely insane. He leans down to look at the pumped-up turtle and gives its shell a firm slap. Great job, Xiaoba. Tomorrow at the battlefield of 10,000 races, we're going all in. You ready? Xiaoba lets out a powerful roar in response. Next morning at the transport plaza, a legendary spectacle unfolds before thousands of wide-eyed freshmen. 3 massive teleportation gates with glowing blue cores are spinning wildly in the center of the stadium. Trainers salute the commanders and head instructor, reporting that every single student is now fully assembled and geared up for battle. The commander nods, giving the order to fire up portal number 1. Man, those kids are standing there with jaws dropping at that beast of a machine. Han Jiaquang gulps. And only a place like Martial Arts University has tech this insane. Before heading into the fray, Lam Nghien Nhien grabs Tobak's shoulder with a look of pure worry. Tobak, listen. Once we hit the battlefield, you better watch your back. The guy just grins, looking as confident as the sun. Relax, we are coming back in one piece. She nods. Right, good luck out there. Everyone takes a deep breath and steps into the blue light. Brace yourselves, jumping now. Go. The light flashes and the whole world starts spinning like crazy. The students open their eyes and gasp. Whoa, we actually made it here. Everything is gray now. The air stinks like smoke and gunpowder. A massive fortress sits right on the front lines, packed with steel walls and warships flying overhead. The rookies start cheering like they are on vacation. This base is straight up fire. Ha ha. While the newbies are buzzing, Lao Wuhan steps up and snaps at them. Shut it now. She looks at the officer in uniform next to her and lowers her voice, apologizing to Vice Commander Lai Dao and asking him to please excuse their behavior. They're just kids, fresh meat, who have not seen anything. The guy walks over, radiating pure intimidation that silences the crowd. A nasty scar runs right across his forehead and his eyes are sharp as razors as he announces, I am the Vice Commander of Base F-269. You kids can just call me Vice Commander, or just call me Boss. He spits the words out, letting his overwhelming aura crush the students. Down here, I do not care if you're a student or a damn instructor. On my turf, you follow my orders. Is that clear? Everyone shouts their agreement, not a soul daring to speak up. Standing in line, Han Jiaquang rolls his eyes and whispers to Tobak, asking, what is so special about just being a vice commander since the guy acts like a king? Tobak spots the scar and tells his buddy to pipe down immediately. Look at that scar, man. He is a stone-cold killer. Do not mess with him. Lidao scans the fresh faces and lets out a cold smirk. Lucky for you, my squad just finished a sweep. He points at the ruins. Your first job is to clean up this mess. While cleaning, you will have to hunt down any shadow cats hiding in the rubble. It is a perfect mission for a bunch of green rookies like you who have never tasted a real battlefield before. Seeing them turn pale, Li Dao starts explaining how the game works. Kill a cat earn merit points. He taps the screen to show them. You can take those points to logistics and trade them for blood powder or other pills to strengthen your bodies and boost your power. Once they hear about the rewards, the fear from the 3 roommates vanishes instantly. Dao Jiatuan pumps his fist. Now that is what I'm talking about. Let us go. Han Jiaquang laughs along with them. Man, merit points can be traded for pills. No wonder so many people risk their necks coming to this myriad race battlefield. Seeing their fear turn into greed, Lai Dao just smiles. You lot look hungry enough. Move out. Stay on my heels. The freshmen cheer, throwing fists up, totally hyped for battle. Tabak smirks, thinking about all those points. Time to stock up on pills. Xiaoba's going to have a serious feast today. But that hype does not even last 10 minutes before a haunting scene appears right in front of them. They walk past the plaza and see rows of soldiers covered in blood. One guy collapses, swearing. A girl is screaming her arm a bloody mess. Ah, it hurts. The gore hits the rookies hard. One guy can barely speak. Wait, they got wrecked just cleaning up some shadow cats. How in the hell are those things that dangerous? Panic is spreading like a damn virus. One girl is already tearing up. Are these low-level shadow cats really this lethal? Am I even going to make it home alive? Leah Yuxin spins around and snaps at us. Everyone shut up and stay quiet. She glares at the crowd and growls. What do you think the myriad races battlefield is a joke? Since you signed up for martial arts college, you better be ready for death. Snapped back into reality by that harsh, scolding, Lin Yanran gives a small, shaky shudder. She leans in close to Subai and whispers nervously. Subai, make sure you stick right by my side out there. I do not want anything bad happening to you. Subai scans the area, his gaze turning sharp and cold. Looks like we got to keep our eyes peeled on this battlefield. Got it. You better watch your own back out there, too. The group stops in front of a massive watchtower as a soldier on guard shouts down a formal report. Reporting, Deputy Commander, we are currently holding the north gate of the camp. Today we successfully took out 35 savage beasts that tried to raid the base. While waiting for the next order, Li Tao nods with a satisfied smirk. Good. Open the gates. Let these rookies finally see what a real battlefield actually looks like. The soldier snaps his boots together. Yes, Deputy Commander. Over the roar of heavy machinery, the soldier bellows for the gates to open. The massive steel doors of Zhangzhou base slowly swing wide, sending clouds of dust billowing out. Before they step out, Liao Yuxin glances at the students and reminds them that being led by Deputy Commander Li Tao himself is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. You kids better show off your best stuff. Li Tao turns around his sharp gaze, pinning the rookies right where they stand. You little brats, you all left your last wills and testaments back at the post office right. From this moment on, you're dancing with death every single second. As the gates fly open, they are met with a blazing war zone and the deafening roar of machine guns. Bang, bang. Bullets fill the sky, slamming straight into the pack of Shadowcats, charging at them like lunatics. One guy panics and grabs his head. Is this really the battlefield? Dao Jiajun screams out in pure terror. This is brutal. Through the thick smoke, armored tanks spit fire, tearing the monsters' bodies into literal shreds. Two soldiers manning the machine guns glance back at the rookies standing there with their mouths hanging wide open. Seeing Li Tao step out, an officer rushes over and asks in surprise, Deputy Battalion Commander, why are you out here personally? Li Tao waves him off and snaps his orders. Enough talk. Get a squad together and follow me to protect these interns. The officer salutes and confirms. Standing in the temporarily cleared zone, Liao Yuxin holds up her electronic tablet. Listen up and pay attention, everyone. Next, we are heading into Military Zone F-269. It's a forest area where all the beasts have already been wiped out. She tilts her head up. Your mission is to dissect the Shadowcat corpses and collect their beast cores from the battlefield. Li Tao stands tall in the center of the squad, shouting to the rookies, clumsily clutching their shields. Rookies, are you ready for this? The whole group swallows hard. They gather their courage and shout back in unison, we are ready. Hearing their answer, Li Tao raises a fist high and gives the order. Move out, strike team. Stay close and provide cover as the army marches into the gray wasteland. As they walk, Li Tao chats with Liao Yuxin. Teacher Liao, do not worry. Cleaning up the battlefield is not dangerous at all. If we threw these rookies into a real fight, we would just be hand-feeding them to the enemy like snacks. We definitely do not want that. Ha ha ha. One officer asks curiously, why are you personally leading the security detail anyway? Deputy Battalion Commander Li Tao glares at him. You are talking way too much. Do not ask things you should not be asking. The officer quickly apologizes. Yes, sir. Sorry for bothering you, Deputy Battalion Commander Li Tao. Li Tao softens his voice, but still sounds incredibly proud. It is no trouble. These rookies from Military University are the future elite warriors of this battlefield. Protecting them is my duty. Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital, at the Supreme Military Command Center of the Long Country, among the cold, snowy skyscrapers, an intelligence officer rushes into the operations room to report to the Chief of Staff. We have an emergency. The Chief of Staff turns around and speaks with a cold voice. The officer keeps his eyes glued to the tactical map covered in glowing red dots. Urgent report. According to the latest intel from the Myriad Races battlefield, a massive wave of beasts just breached our lines. 12 powerful gold-level Shadowcats have joined the attack. Their targets are 12 military bases in the southwest border, including D-128 and D-140. The Chief of Staff frowns, veins popping from the sheer stress. Track their movement immediately and order all frontline military bases to bolster their defenses right now. He slams the table and growls. Right now, freshmen from the martial arts colleges are out there for their training. They are the future of our nation. We absolutely cannot afford to lose any of them. The officer salutes. Yes, sir. Back at Military Zone F-269, the forest is choked with monster corpses. Li Tao waves them on. Clear the battlefield, move it. Staying here for even one more minute is way too dangerous. Another wave of students heads out for their missions. Tabak expertly carves up a Shadowcat. Lam Nghien Nhien chimes in, reminding him that Shadowcat fur meat and claws are all prime materials for making better weapons and potions. Tabak smirks to himself. No wonder people are desperate enough to risk their lives in this hellhole. Rare loot is everywhere. Looks like Tuba is going to have a feast tonight. Behind him, Dao Jiatuan cheers, shouting about finding another beast core. We are going to be rich. Tabak just swipes his system screen, stashing everything away. He grins. He just needs to trade these cores for blood powder so Tuba can finally level up again. But the smile fades fast. A bright red warning pops up in his head, the system alarm screaming. Warning, extreme danger incoming. 164 Shadowcats are closing in fast. A threat was detected 3 kilometers southwest in the woods. Hosts stay alert. The danger level is extreme. The danger, 5 stars. Total lethality. Now it is 4 stars. He gasps, completely panicked by the danger warning. Cold sweat drips down his neck. The last warning for that junior soldier was only at the basic level. Now it is a 5-star death threat. Lam Nghien Nhien walks over looking worried. Tabak, you okay? Without saying a word, Tabak turns tail and sprints toward the group of teachers nearby. Pointing at the misty woods, he screams that there is an emergency. Lu Wuhan, who is leaning against a tree smoking, jumps down instantly. Tabak gasps, looking southwest. I can feel a huge pack of beasts charging right at us. Lu Wuhan frowns. She quickly scales the tallest tree, shielding her eyes as she scans the southwest horizon for danger. But all she sees is a silent forest. No movement, not a single sound from the trees. Everything is eerily quiet. Jumping back down to the ground, Lu Wuhan shoots Tabak an angry glare. Tabak, this is a battlefield, not a playground. This is no place for your stupid jokes. She points to the murmuring students. Do you realize how bad it is to start a panic like this? Tabak clenches his fists, his eyes steady. Teacher Lu, I'm not joking. There's a massive pack coming. Li Dao steps forward, crossing his arms with an overwhelming, intimidating presence. You are. Tabak. Right, you say, you feel an attack, but I can personally guarantee there is nothing within 2 kilometers. Tabak begs him to listen. Deputy, I am serious. There are hundreds of shadow cats 3 kilometers out, and they are heading straight for us. Li Dao smirks, his eyes full of contempt. Oh, so you think your senses are better than mine? Lu Wuhan steps in to keep the peace. Deputy Tabak is probably just stressed out and imagining things since it is his first time on the battlefield. Do not be too hard on him. Lam Nghien Nhien bravely steps up to block for Tabak. She stares at Liet Dao, saying no one should judge him until we know the truth. I believe Tabak. Liet Dao stays silent, but he scowls with clear annoyance. Time is running out. Tabak thumps his chest to prove his point. They're getting closer. Please believe me. Truth is, I am a Beast Tamer with a special ability to sense danger. Lu Wuhan's eyes widen. What? You have a special ability? Then why in the world was it not registered in your official school records? Tabak tries to explain. I was scouted for Martial Arts University, so the school did not have time to register it. The students start buzzing with rumors. Wait, Tabak is a special ability user? Dao Jiatuan whispers to himself. Tabak is really a Beast Tamer. How come I have never seen him with a pet before? But just then, a bloodthirsty roar rips right through the thick fog. The rookies start screaming in a total panic. It is the Shadow Cats. Tabak was right. Liet Dao draws his weapon, spinning around with a loud shout. Everyone listen up. Get over here and set up a defensive formation now. The students drop their gear and scramble back. Move it, move it! Liet Dao barks into his radio. Comms get the base on the line and request backup immediately. A moment later, the comms officer reports back, sounding totally hopeless. Deputy, we just got word from the base. They have signals for a massive beast wave surrounding them, too. They cannot send us any reinforcements. Lu Wuhan's face goes pale with absolute terror. Let Dao, are there really hundreds of them? Without backup, these students are sitting ducks. Liet Dao pulls his heavy greatsword from its sheath. He grits his teeth. Tabak's intuition was dead on. Right now, even I can feel a massive pack of monsters rushing toward us at high speed, with death knocking at the door. Liet Dao snaps at his deputy with urgent orders. The commander sends 4 soldiers to move right now and shield these 2 college students with absolutely everything they have got. The deputy salutes loud and clear, but Tabak grips his dagger tight, standing in front of Yin Yin. I can fight. I do not need your protection, he snarls. Right after he finishes, a bone-chilling screech rips through the trees above them. Sounding absolutely terrifying, a fierce beast dives down like a lethal green arrow from the canopy. The system window flashes Shadow Cat Bronze Level 1. The bloodbath is officially on. As the first Shadow Cat lands, Liet Dao roars his orders. Counterattack, counterattack. The guards immediately raise their guns, spraying bright muzzle flashes into the swarm of beasts. Lu Wuhan screams, keep those students safe, but the pack is too large and aggressive. One cat rips a soldier's throat out instantly, while another shreds someone else into nothing. Li Dao fights back, growling that these are not just kittens. They're way more vicious than tigers or leopards. He fires his laser gun, wiping out a row of shadow cats. He grits his teeth and yells to hold the line. If we can just hold off this first wave of shadow cats, we will definitely find a way to take them down. Standing in front of the trembling kids, Liet Dao turns back with fire in his eyes. Martial Arts University students, do you remember your oath? He bellows a warning. Watch out. His heroic words act like a massive shot of adrenaline for everyone's spirit. The students shout their oath in unison as their bodies begin to glow with a brilliant gold energy. With our own hearts and bodies, we will build an unbreakable wall for the great dragon nation. A surge of brilliant blue energy blasts from the formation, creating a solid shield that stops the monster's first charge. The students' entire defensive line glows bright as they stand ready to meet the enemy head-on and fight. Not wanting to be outdone, the 2 top elite students rush the front line. Truman Ni a bronze. Level 1 archer screams for them to hold the line so she can pierce them. Meanwhile, Lok Dong Kung, also bronze level 1. A big guy with insane natural strength roars. They're just little kittens. Why be afraid? I'm going to crush this whole pack. Seeing her best students perform, Lu Vu Hun draws her blades and smirks with pride at her archer, Man Ni, and the powerhouse Dung Kung, who has that insane natural strength. The freshmen this year are seriously no joke. In the crowd, Tobak glances at the two stars. Their power is cool, but his weapon is just, well, this. Han Jia Kung stands nearby with starstruck eyes. Is that my goddess Man Ni? Her power is insane. Dao Jiatuan is also impressed, saying that Big Guy's strength is seriously respectable. Big Brother To, their power is unbelievable, right? It feels like they are several levels ahead of the rest of us. Suddenly, a piercing shriek echoes through the forest, making everyone cover their ears. What the hell is that sound? Cover your ears now! From the dark shadows of the woods, a massive silhouette emerges surrounded by dancing flickers of green lightning. A pure white beast steps out, its fur standing up like sharp needles. Its eyes glow with a cold, murderous blue light. The system panel pops up. Shadowcat King mid-silver rank. Stamina 45, Agility 88, Spirit 43. Li Dao chokes a small cat, his face pale with terror. How the hell did a silver rank Cat King show up here? He screams at the comms officer to call the base and demand immediate backup right now. But the two elites are way too cocky. Lok Dung Kung charges with his heavy sword. A Shadowcat King. Take a taste of this, Trung Ni draws her bow, saying she will distract it with cover fire. Seeing the reckless move, Lu Vu Hun panics and yells, "Careful, get back. This is a silver rank beast, do not underestimate it." But it's too late. The Cat King just lazily swipes a claw. It creates a razor-sharp gust of wind, and Trung Ni is sent flying away like a broken kite hitting the ground hard. She is totally out cold. Liet Dao and Lu Vu Hun both scream out in pure horror. "Oh no, back up," Liet Dao barks out a desperate order. "We are out of time, machine gunners open fire now." But the monster is too fast. It looms over Lok Dung Kung, who is kneeling and shaking. He can only stammer, "Save me." In the middle of the crisis, a beam of light slams into the cat, blasting it away. Boom! A giant shadow drops from the sky, causing a small explosion right next to the monster. What on earth is that? Lu Vu Hun squints through the smoke and dust, stuttering. "I think it is a turtle." Han Jia Kung's jaw drops. What isn't that big bully, Tobak's pet? After a messy landing, Tobak brushes some dust off his shoes and mumbles, "Just as I thought." This entrance was still a little awkward. He stands up straight. He puts his sword and shield on his shoulder, declaring with total confidence, "I am Tobak the Beast Tamer, and Little Boss is my pet. You guys handle the small fries. This Cat King, he is all mine." His sudden arrival with that turtle leaves the entire battlefield in a state of absolute shocked silence. Fan Xiaoan asked, totally stunned. Seriously, this turtle is that legit? Han Jia Kuang couldn't believe his eyes. "No way the Cat King got tossed by a turtle," Lam Nghien Nhien whispered in total shock. "Is that beast really Tabak's pet?" Up on the front lines, Tabak pointed at the Cat King and barked out, "Xiaoba, show this stray who's boss." The turtle took off like a literal bolt of lightning, leaving nothing but a neon green streak behind. The students behind him just stood there, jaws on the floor. God, how is Tubok's turtle that fast? Is that thing even a turtle? From the back, Liet Dao and Liu Vu Han watched the fight. Liet Dao muttered, "Incredible. Tabak actually has that kind of power." Liu Vu Han couldn't hide her shock either. "Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Tabak's monster is definitely on another level." Once their heavy hitter joined the fray, Liu Vu Han turned back and yelled to the frozen students, "Everyone, Tabak has the Cat King's attention. Now move in and wipe out the rest of these spirit cats." Amidst the smoke and fire, soldiers kept firing, yelling they would tear those monsters apart. The crew swung their blades while the team unloaded their mags. Just then, a massive white beast with glowing blue stripes emerged. Its claws flared with blue energy, terrifying everyone nearby. A wind-cutting slash ripped through the air toward them. The sound of metal slamming against claws rang out over and over. In that split second, the beast went for a lethal strike. But Xiaoba intercepted it, hiding behind his shell. The monster's roar echoed through the entire area. Watching this impossible scene, a soldier's eyes went wide as sweat poured down his face. A mortal-rank beast blocked a killing blow from a silver-rank Cat King. What kind of insane defense is that? Li Dao barked, "This isn't the time to stand around with your mouths open." While Xiaoba kept the king busy, Liet Dao screamed to the team to back him up so he could finish it. Tabak realized the weakness was in its belly. Right then, the captain flew forward, ready to deliver the final blow. Lit Dao swung his flaming sword, shouting, "Get ready to die, monster!" He brought the blade straight down on the giant's body. But the beast was way too fast. It whipped its long tail around, knocking Liet Dao's strike completely off course. "Missed by a hair, damn it! Not backing down," Liet Dao roared, pouring everything into his sword for one last do-or-die attempt. Then Tabak started yelling, "Xiaoba, use your ultimate." The turtle immediately tucked inside and started glowing with a brilliant green light. The squad looked on, confused. An ultimate move. Why is that turtle spinning like a top? Tabak jumped ready for a kick. Its belly is the weak spot. The kick landed perfectly. Xiaoba shot forward like a cannonball, slamming right into the Cat King's stomach. A massive blast of green energy exploded, tearing right through the monster's armor. Blood sprayed everywhere as the Cat King shrieked in agony. Tabak shouted, "Got the weak spot! Let's see you survive that!" Red blood geysered out as the beast let out one final soul-crushing roar. Its life force faded fast and the massive body collapsed onto the dirt. Xiaoba stood tall on the battlefield, the Cat King's body lying motionless. As things calmed down, Liet Dao stared at the corpse, still in shock. "We actually won!" Suddenly, Lam Nghien Nhien ran up and hugged Tabak, her eyes welling with tears. "Tabak, you were incredible. You actually took down a silver-rank Cat King." Tabak just scratched his head, looking totally clueless. "Oh, is the fight over?" The whole squad swarmed him with praise while the little turtle crawled over the dead monster. One guy gasped, "You're the man? Where did you get such a tanky turtle? I need one of those in my life." But in the middle of the hero moment, Xiaoba was low-key trying to swallow a gold crystal before Tabak caught him. "Xiaoba, what are you trying to snack on now? Get your butt back over here right now." Suddenly, dark clouds rolled in and ghostly shadows filled the sky, making everyone's faces turn pale. What is that in the air? This is bad. The Cat King's final roar was actually a signal to summon its pack. Is something even scarier coming over at base command? The radar system started flashing red and beeping like crazy, based on the energy wave analysis from the front lines. Base F-269 just detected a massive swarm of high-threat, unknown monsters. The commander sounded totally panicked. "What? Are you saying Hulin's daughter is with that group of interns?" A powerful, rugged man marched into the command room. "That's right, I need the center to send backup immediately." The officer replied, "Fine, I'll send a scout company to escort you to the battlefield right now. You'll Mr. on Uyen." But he just brushed them off coldly. "Forget it, I cannot wait, I'm going myself." He threw back a sharp glare and issued a command. "I want your reinforcements on that battlefield in exactly 20 minutes. The commander was sweating buckets as he heard the order. 20 minutes? How is that even possible? I will call it in now." The aide grabbed the phone, hands shaking with pure terror. "We are in deep trouble now. If Holan loses his mind, not a single soul in Jiangchao will survive his terrifying wrath." Back on the front lines, from a darkness thick with pure evil, a massive shadow with glowing red eyes descended, mocking them. "Stupid humans, you low-life species." The entire squad was paralyzed with fear. How is this happening? Can that thing actually speak our language? This just cannot be real. A beast that understands speech must be at least gold rank, and they never show up in this area. Form a defensive line now, get the wounded to the center. Get the wounded to the... Out of the dense woods, a massive wall of darkness rose like giant tentacles, blotting out the entire sky. Those red eyes glared down at the White Cat King's corpse, making a soldier scream in terror. "Look, what is that thing?" Then an evil voice chilled them to the bone. "You inferior pests, how dare you slaughter my own kind?" Pure horror unfolded as the shadow monster unhinged its jaw and swallowed the Cat King's corpse whole. Blood sprayed everywhere, sending the soldiers scrambling back in total terror. Damn it, it is actually eating the Cat King. No way, this is impossible. How could a creature like that even show up in this sector? Tabak broke into a cold sweat, his pupils shrinking as the system screen turned blood red, flashing a deadly warning. "Warning, extreme danger, gold rank beast detected nearby. Please evacuate immediately. Threat level is currently set to fatal. 5 stars, extremely dangerous." The shadow beast finally revealed its massive form. With giant bat wings, sharp horns, and rippling muscles, it stepped forward, making everyone's heart stop. It really is a gold rank beast. The scan confirms mutated Shadow Cat King, physical 272, agility 345, spirit 275. Once it takes heavy damage, it enters a state of bloodthirsty berserker rage. Boosts speed and attack by 100%, but cuts defense in half. Combat rating is extreme. Watch out. The formation descended into total chaos. One female soldier collapsed, sobbing in despair. Everyone else lost the will to keep fighting. Wait, what? A gold rank beast? Even our teachers probably haven't faced one of these before. I want to go home. I do not want to die. Still no reinforcements. Ignoring the panic around him, the scarred captain gritted his teeth, gripped his heavy sword, and charged straight forward to meet his fate. "Everyone escort the wounded and fall back. Now I will cover the rear against this monster. I will fight you to the death." But the power gap between them was just too massive. With a lazy swipe of its glowing red claws, the Shadow Cat King sent the captain flying into the air, mocking him. "Is it just you?" Seeing the vice commander get tossed backward like a rag doll, Tabak suddenly hurled his little turtle forward like a professional baseball player. "Tuba, go protect the vice commander." Tuba tore through the air, arriving just as the beast's massive black claws came crashing down. The little turtle bravely used its own rock-hard shell to block the monster's lethal attack. The gold-rank beast froze for a second, its red eyes showing a mix of shock and annoyance at the tiny thing in its way. That turtle has a tough shell, doesn't it? But you cannot underestimate the raw power of a gold rank. A sickening crack echoed through the air as Tuba's bright blue shell began to splinter and fracture. Blood sprayed out, making the captain scream in panic. Tuba, are you okay? Hang in there. As the shell shattered, Tabak winced from across the field and coughed up a mouthful of blood, terrifying the red-haired warrior beside him. Tabak, you are hurt. The teacher was visibly shaken. How could he be bleeding? Is this some kind of Beast Master talent? Is that the shared origin skill? No way. Let me check on him. Meanwhile, Tabak's system was flashing red warnings nonstop. Warning, your spirit beast is currently in critical condition. Beastmaster talent activated shared origin. The host and spirit beast now share energy and split all incoming damage. The female warrior helped Tabak sit down, while another soldier noted something strange. Wait, there are 0 external wounds here. Did Tabak actually master that legendary Beastmaster skill, shared origin? Hey Tabak, how are you holding up? He gasped for air and forced a smile. I am fine. I could not just watch my savior die for me. The red-haired warrior drew her gleaming blade, shouting out to rally the entire squad. Tabak is currently tanking the gold-rank cat's hits for his own spirit beast right now. We have to go support him. She is right, we cannot just let him fight this battle all alone. Across the battlefield, the Shadow Cat King just gave them a wicked, condescending smirk. Its ghostly eyes watched the charging crowd like they were just annoying flies. Total ants. With one sudden dash, it became a black shadow tearing through the air. This rabid beast charges straight at the team. A blade of dark energy slices through the air, threatening lives and leaving Wuhan staring in absolute terror with her eyes wide open. Oh no. But that blast just grazes her and heads straight for Tabak instead. Nghien Nhien quickly shoves Tabak down and screams, Tabak, get down and be careful. The girl blinks in total shock at what she sees. Tabak slowly looks up, his eyes flashing with a sharp and kingly power while he wears a winning smug smirk on his face. That silver tier Shadow Cat King crystal is finally and completely absorbed now. The system screen is blowing up with notifications about a divine and legendary level up. Xiaoba evolved to a bronze tier spirit turtle, unlocking 10% of his god bloodline and buffing every single stat and talent. Physical 218, defense 362. Talent 1. Turtle Shield creates a barrier and boosts defense by 300%. Talent 2, Soul Possession. This energy cloak boosts attack by 100% and defense by 200%. Talent 3, Gravity. This skill locks onto a target and drags them in using heavy force. A blinding pillar of light explodes suddenly. Little Xiaoba transforms in an instant into a massive golden beast, looking like a divine armored turtle, with wicked spikes, so powerful he makes the dark beast look completely pathetic. This epic evolution leaves every soldier on the scene with their jaws dropped, completely unable to find the words to speak. Wait, did Tabak's spirit beast just evolve right now? Look at that golden light. Is this actually an epic tier spirit beast? Nghien Nhien grabs his hand, totally thrilled to see the color coming back to his face. Is it true? Have all of your injuries actually healed up already? Tabak wipes his mouth with his hand, his eyes burning with intense fire. Yeah, I'm good now. Bring on the next one. He stands tall and points his finger right at the Shadow Cat King, giving orders with the cool and powerful vibe of a true emperor. Crush this freak for me. Obeying his master, the giant golden beast roars and delivers an earth-shattering strike, slamming that gold-tier monster face-first into the ground and completely destroying the road underneath its incredible weight now. The power is absolutely insane. His friends have to shield their faces from the wind, whispering in total awe of his strength. How can Tabak's spirit beast be only bronze tier, but still give off this much terrifying pressure? That bloodline level must be through the roof. A bronze tier beast belonging to Tabak actually just smacked the Cat King away. That hit was so brutal that the arrogant monster went flying and tumbling 10 meters away, looking like a total and pathetic mess. It digs its sharp claws into the dirt to stop itself. He hisses, damn it, I will not be shamed by humans. The Shadow Cat King totally snaps and screams at the sky while strange bolts of lightning begin to swarm all around his body. I want every single one of you dead. The soldiers begin to scream in total panic. Everyone watch out. The Cat King has entered a berserker rage mode. Everyone scatter and run for your lives right now. Shadows instantly spread out and split its body into a mob of demonic clones that surround them from all sides while its voice echoes a curse that none of you will ever escape. Surrounded by certain death, Xiaoba immediately spins his massive shell like an unstoppable armored tank, slamming into the pack of shadow cats that were about to hurt the soldiers and shouting for them all to stop right now. With power at its peak, he stomps his foot, creating a glowing Tai Chi seal. He releases a massive golden energy vortex that sweeps across the entire battlefield to clear the area. In the middle of the chaos, a shadow leopard lunges at a young soldier who is desperately holding up his shield with his eyes squeezed shut. But before it can strike the prey, the bright energy wave from Xiaoba's barrier hits like a massive storm, sucking all those creepy dark shadows back away from their target. The turtle beast rules the field. Its roar shakes the entire area. That golden light sucks in every single dark monster like he is some kind of god on earth. With a sharp gaze, he stands tall and majestic, looking just like a solid mountain. Xiaoba is covered in blinding energy armor and feeling the endless surge of power from his spirit beast. Tabak roars out his final command as he gets ready for the kill. Get ready for a bloodbath. Do not hold back. Release everything. The golden beast opens its massive jaws, revealing rows of sharp teeth as it prepares to obey its master and end this. An energy ball forms, pulsing with destruction. A massive pillar of golden energy erupts like a destructive laser, tearing through the dark night and shredding the forest as it surges toward the stunned Shadow Cat King, who just stands there helpless. The power of that attack creates a massive shockwave that throws debris everywhere as the soldiers struggle to shield their eyes while screaming out loud in total terror. How can this energy wave be so incredibly and terrifyingly powerful? The shadow of that gold-tier Cat King only manages to raise its hands in total despair before the pillar of light swallows it whole, erasing it from existence without leaving a single trace behind as the fight ends. A shadowy figure blurs through the trees, sticking a landing on a massive trunk without making a single sound. This mysterious dude with major main character energy scans the wrecked battlefield, his eyebrows shooting up in shock. Is this whole mess already over? Peering down, he sees the carnage, massive craters, and monster carcasses littered everywhere like some twisted graveyard. What kind of hell did they survive down there? Below, the captain barks out orders. Move it, people. Clean this up. The guy drops down next to an orange-haired girl getting patched up, looking genuinely worried for once. Miss, glad to see you are still in one piece. She smiles and waves him off. I'm good, sir. Why are you here? The vice commander steps up all serious and reports, I run things at military base F-269. My squad teamed up with some college kids and instructors. We ended up smashing headfirst into a massive pack of shadow cats. We wiped out over 800 of them, mostly bronze, a silver, and even one gold-ranked beast. Right now we're tallying up the losses and patching up the guys who got hit the hardest. The man's floored. A gold-ranked monster actually showed up. The commander points to the massive crater little Ba left behind. You actually took down a gold-ranked monster, unbelievable. Right then, another soldier jumps into the conversation. Sir Wen Yuan, it was all Subai and his beast. The old man's interest is officially piqued. Oh, Wen Yuan. Eyes the kid standing there looking all humble. You're Subai, you killed the Cat King. He just scratches his head. It was a team effort, sir. The commander and teachers did the heavy lifting too. Wasn't just me. Wen Yuan ODS looking impressed. Not bad, kid. Then he drops a total bombshell of an offer. Subai, after you graduate, how about coming to Zhangzhou Fortress? Beast Tamers are rare now, but I'll personally mentor you. Subai's caught off guard. Whoa, thanks for the offer, sir, but I'm still weighing my options. A soldier rushes up to report. Sir Wen Yuan, the site is finally cleared. What are your orders, sir? Wen Yuan waves him off. All right, everyone, back to base. The troops shout back aloud. Yes, sir. Back at base, standing before 3 massive teleportation gates, the commander does a final head count and gives a farewell speech. The recruits file into the portals in perfect order. Head home, kids. Keep training hard. Don't get lazy. You kids are the toughest group I've ever seen. They all shout their thanks in unison. Once they're gone, the female instructor beside him sighs in total amazement. Those kids are something else, especially that Subai kid. Total wild card. Kid's got insane potential. I mean, pulling off that kind of power as a freshman crazy. His future ceiling is sky high. Catch you later, Liao. I definitely owe Subai my life. You're exaggerating, Commander. Later. Subai and Yan Ran step through the portal. He gives a massive stretch. Man, it's good to be back. She grabs his arm, totally hyped. Seriously, that was the most insane road trip ever. But they're greeted by a stadium packed with people and massive banners. Welcome home, heroes. The whole university is out to cheer. Welcome home, legends. Our heroes are back. Let's go. In the sea of screaming fans, the survivors are feeling pretty awkward. Welcome home. Oh yeah, thanks. Subai's the real hero here. We were basically just cannon fodder the whole time. Just meat shields, man. Screw it, I'm just glad to be alive. If we hadn't lost so many friends, I'd think this was all a dream. A professor walks up and gives them a supportive pat on the back. I heard what happened out there. You're all legends. Your grades for this session are going to be the highest in history. But the kid's just grown. Evaluation results, seriously, who cares? All I want is a hot shower and a bed. Same dude. That night, the guy's dorm was full of happy groans as they finally collapsed. Yo, is it just me, or does this mattress feel like a literal cloud tonight? I'm literally glued to this bed. So do you think we actually scored some major points on this mission? They're totally going to give us military credit for this, right? They better. Military credits? How many training resources can that even buy? Now, Sue here. He bagged a gold rank monster. I bet he gets a mountain of training supplies for that. One friend asks, looking curious. Yo, Sue, what kind of turtle is that? Maybe I need one just to vibe with. Nothing beats the chill vibes of a pet turtle. Subai just smiles awkwardly. Meanwhile, the culprit little Ba is sound asleep, dreaming of some cute pink turtle. Suddenly, a loud knock, knock, knock shattered the silence, echoing through the quiet room. The redhead roommate sat up, rubbing his eyes and grumbling. Seriously, stop knocking. Who is it? Who would be at the door this early? He lazily cracked it open but froze, eyes popping as he saw the crowd outside. A literal squad of gorgeous girls from the student union stood there with breakfast boxes beaming and saying, "Hey, Jiangwu boys. You're all heroes fresh off the front lines today. We brought breakfast for everyone. We made it ourselves, so don't even think about complaining, okay? By the way, which one of you is Tabak?" The redhead instantly smoothed his hair, acting cool. "Wow, thanks for the compliment. We definitely appreciate the love." But the girls just pushed right past him. "Tabak. Where is he?" The girls swarmed the room, scanning every corner. "Where is he? Can I get a selfie?" Another sleepy guy pointed outside. "Bach went for a run. Do you ladies actually know him?" The girls looked totally bummed. "He is not here. Why didn't you say so sooner? Seriously. Is there anyone who doesn't know?" "Tabak, too bad he doesn't know me yet." One girl sighed. "Wait, is Bach really that famous?" The girl with purple hair waved him off. "Check the TV. Actually, since Tabak is out, I am taking this breakfast back with me." Fast forward to the next day. During his morning jog, a voice boomed from the campus big screen, stopping everyone. "Attention, this is a breaking report from the National Military Channel. Everyone, please look at the screen." All eyes turned upward. Just yesterday, massive waves of monster beasts launched coordinated attacks on human military bases across several provinces. The news cut to brutal footage from the front lines. Warriors are currently clashing with vicious monsters. Reports confirm that some of these beasts possess gold-tier combat strength. Countless students from various provinces have been brutally slaughtered by these monster tribes. The footage cut back to the anchor sounding incredibly proud. In this fierce battle, the staff and students of Zhengzhou Martial Arts University fought heroically. They wiped out a gold-tier beast, a silver-tier, and dozens of others. Tabak's heroic face flashed across the screen for everyone to see. The standout student Tabak actually held back a gold-tier monster all by himself. Supported by university instructors and a bronze-tier specialist from the military, he achieved the impossible, slaying a superior enemy. While other lines collapsed, Zhengzhou Martial Arts University stood tall and claimed victory. The report continued with a massive announcement, leaving two Bach standing there, mouth hanging open in pure disbelief. The national military has awarded a collective second-class merit to the brave fighters of Zhengzhou Martial Arts University. They will receive silver Great Wall medals. However, for student 2 Bach specifically, for his legendary performance, he is awarded first-class merit and a gold Great Wall medal. He stood there stunned. As the news ended, the stadium erupted in absolute chaos. "Tabak, is that guy really just a freshman? Incredible I couldn't earn a gold Great Wall medal in 2 lifetimes, but this freshman did it. Humanity is winning this war. Man, I really need to meet this guy." Amidst the cheering, a girl with massive muscles screamed, "Does anyone know? Tabak, I want to date him." Hearing that, Tabak broke into a cold sweat. He started looking for an exit. Time to disappear, fast! After ducking into a corner, his phone started ringing like crazy. His sister's voice screamed through the speaker in pure excitement. "You are on TV," Tabak groaned. "I saw it. Mom and Dad want me home for a massive feast tonight." He hesitated. "Really, is that necessary?" On the other end, his whole family huddled together. "Son, you brought us such honor. The entire neighborhood is buzzing about you right now. Your aunt just called too. She says she has a great girl she wants to set you up with. Seriously, big brother, you better come home or these people are going to break down our front door." Tabak finally gave in. "Fine. Exams are over and I have 2 days off anyway. I will pack my bags and head back to see everyone." He thought to himself, "I am actually famous now. Dad is probably going to wake up smiling for a week. All right, I am hanging up now." As he reached his street, the residential loudspeakers were already blasting his name. "It is unbelievable. Our local hero has returned. Everyone get out there and give him a warm welcome." Tabak broke out in a cold sweat, flashing an awkward, cringy smile. "Is everyone seriously waiting for me?" Suddenly, he was mobbed by a literal sea of nosy neighbors. Cheers erupted loud enough to wake the dead. "Hey, Tabak is back. Our big hero returns. Remember me, kid? I used to hold you in my arms when you were just a baby." Bach just chuckled awkwardly. Everyone is being way too intense, right? Through the chaos, his family pushed their way out beaming. His little sister Zhang Rong practically tackled him with a hug. "Tabak, my brother. You finally made it home." The crowd kept barking invitations. "You come to my house for dinner, kid. I made seafood dumplings." Bach quickly waved them off. "Thanks, but I'm super allergic to seafood. Hey, bring the boy to my house right now. I have got turtle stew simmering on the stove." "Let us grab a few drinks." Bach's dad finally stepped in to save the day. "Thanks, everyone, but dinner is already waiting at home. Once the kids have rested, I will have them come visit you all later." Bach bowed to the crowd. "For sure, I will definitely stop by later, uncles and aunts," but the neighbors still would not let him go. One lady grabbed his dad's arm and whispered, "Make sure you bring Tabak over later, okay? My granddaughter is studying in the city, so they totally should meet." Someone else cut in. "Please, your granddaughter is not good enough for him. She just graduated this year. Introduce him to this girl instead." Bach just stayed quiet. Finally, inside the house, he let out a massive sigh. "If I knew it would be like this, I would have snuck in after dark." His sister just whispered back, feeling totally helpless. "No point, bro." The neighbor lady installed security cameras right by our door. She was just waiting for you to show up for her granddaughter. In the kitchen, his mom chirped, "Your dad is actually doing the cooking today. Son, go rest first. We are starting on dinner now." "Sweetie, come help me in here." Bach nodded. "Yeah, I am on it." He dropped his backpack and flopped onto the sofa, totally relieved. Finally, he could actually catch his breath for a second. Suddenly, a glowing blue system screen popped up right in front of him. "What is this, detecting a creature available for a contract?" "A kitten." "Do you want to tame this kitten tame? Or skip?" He muttered. "Wait, is this my Beast Tamer intuition kicking in?" Bach looked confused and asked his sister as she walked in, "Hey, did we get a new cat or something?" His sister pointed toward the corner where a pure white cat was munching away. "You mean two, Bach?" "She is right over there. See, she is eating." Bach frowned. "Seriously, can't we get a pet that is, I don't know, a little more high level?" His sister sat down and petted the cat affectionately. "What is wrong with her, Tubok is literally the cutest thing ever. I found her on the street a few days ago and brought her home." Bach looked at her doting on the cat and laughed. "Fine, if you say she is cute, then she is cute." But then he thought, does she love it that much? Or a detailed analysis popped up and Bach's jaw nearly hit the floor. Spirit beast, kitten level. Mortal rank but carries the actual blood of the sacred white tiger. Infinite growth potential, capable of eventually slaying literal gods. Physique 1 defense, 1 agility, 3, spirit 1. Talent, sharp claws. Increases attack speed and power by 100%. Evolution method eating. System alert. Do you want to tame the kitten? Bach was absolutely floored. What there is no way this stray cat actually has white tiger blood in her right. Seeing the cat rub against him, his sister chirped. "Looks like she likes you." Bach made his choice and tapped the screen. "Whatever, I will just tame her first and worry later." Once the contract finished, he gave his sister a sweet fake smile. "Hey sis, I kind of want to talk to you about something. Look, your brother is a legit beast tamer. Now, so can I keep two, Bach?" She immediately bristled, puffing out her cheeks in a total pout. Absolutely no way. She clutched the kitten like a treasure, backing away defensively. Her voice was full of pure attitude. "You are not taking my two, Bach, anywhere. Period." Bach waved his hands, trying to look as non-threatening as possible. "Come on, sis. Everything is up for negotiation. I really think we can work something out here, you know." He started the bribes. "Don't you want a brand new laptop?" But she just shook her head and squeezed the cat. "That is totally not happening. I am never ever giving her up to you no matter what." Denied, but Bach didn't quit. He moved to bribe number 2 while she took off, leading him on a chase through the room. "Hey sis, weren't you totally eyeing that one dress?" "No way. Not happening. No deal. No negotiations." Their mom just stood there shaking her head at the mess. 2 days later, Bach was back at the university gates with a stuffed backpack. He let out a long, heavy sigh. 2 girls walked by whispering, "Is that actually Bach?" "Pretty sure. Why on earth does he have a cat in his bag? Is he some kind of cat lover inside the bag?" Turtle was bragging to the new recruit, "This is my school, so I will be protecting you." Meanwhile, little white cat just shot him a nasty, sharp glare and snapped at him. "Stop crowding me." As soon as Tubok hit the campus, every single eye was on him and the gossip started flying. That is Tubok. He is the guy who bagged the gold medal. No wonder all those girls keep hitting up his dorm, even though he looks so basic. Tubok just smirked, thinking he might need to wear a mask from now on. Suddenly, the school speaker started blasting a message across the entire campus. "Attention, Tubok. Please report to the principal office immediately. I repeat, Tubok to the office." Tubok stopped dead, looking up at the speaker with a confused face. Why would Principal Ha want to see me? Inside the office, the silver-haired principal smiled with pride. "Great work. Tubok, you are a true credit to the nation of Huaxia. Because of your heroics at military base F-269, the school is rewarding you. So what is your heart's desire?" Tubok gave a polite nod, but his brain was already working overtime. "I am truly grateful to the school and you, sir. I have always heard our principal is a total cheapskate. Getting even a little snack for little 8 might be like pulling teeth." He looked up and rubbed his chin, acting all thoughtful. "Look, I really do not want the school to go broke over me. Hey, principal, how about 100 gold tier beast cores?" Hearing that, the principal nearly flipped his chair, turning as white as a sheet of paper. "What, 100 gold cores? Even if you grind my bones into dust, I would not have that many for you. Why don't you just ask for my job too, you little brat?" Tubok immediately dialed it back. "Fine. I will settle for 100 silver tier beast cores then." The principal instantly waved him off, shutting down the idea with total finality. "Silver, keep dreaming. With the merits you have got, you are lucky if you even get a single scrap." Tubok shifted to his sob story, folding his hands with a pathetic look. "Principal, look, I do not even care about that gold medal. How about just 50 silver cores, please?" Come on, principal. You know I literally shed my own blood for this school. The principal started a lecture on ethics. My dear, Tabak humans are special because the strong among us have a duty and an obligation to protect the weak. When you saved those students, you were just fulfilling your duty as one of the strong ones. You see? Got it? Tabak just stood there. Seeing the old man would not budge, he lost patience and waved him off. Principal quit the yapping already. 50 silver beast cores. Final offer. The principal cleared his throat and said, "Look, the army and the school would never leave a genius like you hanging." He acted like he was thinking, then dropped the most pathetic number ever. "Fine. This is the absolute most I can do. I will give you 10 bronze tier beast cores." Tabak's eyes nearly popped out. "Would only 10 bronze ones?" They started haggling like they were at a flea market. "No way, give me 20. 15, and that is my final offer." They finally reached an agreement, but both had their own secret thoughts. Deal done. You really had the nerve to haggle with me, kid. This old guy is seriously cheap. As he was just about to leave, the principal suddenly called him back. Right besides the reward, there's one more thing. Tabak was curious. "What is it?" Then the principal dropped a bombshell that left him frozen on the spot. "Our school has officially chosen you to represent the entire freshman class in the massive 100-school tournament happening this year." "What, the 100-school tournament?" he stuttered, feeling like he just got played big time. "So the reward thing was just a total bribe." "That is a pretty low blow, principal." The old man just put his hands behind his back, looking all serious and stoic. "Now don't say that. As a proud student of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University, bringing glory to our school is your duty. Besides, do not you want resources?" Simple, this tournament actually has some seriously fat rewards for the winners. Tabak was still skeptical. There are definitely going to be some insane masters in that 100-school tournament. It is going to be brutal just trying to get a decent rank right. It will be a total grind. "Principal?" The principal patted his shoulder. "Since when are kids so scared of a challenge? Go get ready. Training room tomorrow morning. Don't be late." Tabak reluctantly gave in to the pressure. "Fine, whatever." As he turned his back to leave, both of them were already locked in their own private schemes. Man, the youth these days are getting harder and harder to trick into anything. I had heard that the principal was a total sly fox, and the rumors were definitely spot on. The next day he addressed the tournament team at the gym. "Even though the Ministry of Education gave our school way fewer resources than elite institutions like Beijing or Shanghai Martial Arts University, I'm still sending you guys out there with the hope that you'll bring home some killer results." An instructor started the roll call. "Okay, I am starting the roll call now. Number 53, Ho Then Thu." A nerdy-looking guy answered him. "Junior year mid-bronze tier. He is an awakener of the wood element." The professor keeps calling names. "Bak Nin Bang here, Hung Thien Tuong present, Feng Ku here." Two students whisper in the back about how the whole system is totally rigged. Zhangzhou Martial Arts University is the new kid on the block, so these students get way less funding than those elite prestigious schools. Yeah, we're basically bottom of the barrel. Then the teacher calls out, "Freshman Tubak," and he answers with a very loud, confident voice. "Trungman N. Present." After finishing the entire roll call, the instructor finally wraps it up. "Laving Kwang Good, that is everyone on the list." The principal steps up to the mic holding a card with the names of the 10 students representing our school in the tournament. "Listen up, you lot are the top students in your year. Now I have a major announcement that you need to hear." He clears his throat and drops a total bombshell on the crowd. "This year, the captain of the school team will be Tabak." The upperclassmen start death staring the kid while Tabak looks like he has seen a ghost. "Wait, Principal Me, are you actually for real? Is there some kind of mistake?" The principal just sighs. "The board of directors made this call after a very long debate, kid." But one student immediately yells out, "Hold on just a second, Principal. Then Thu is the strongest guy here with the most experience. Why is a rookie freshman taking the captain spot instead of him?" Another guy backs him up, putting an arm around Than Thu. "Exactly. Tabak is only bronze tier. He is way beneath Than Thu's level. How is he supposed to lead us?" The principal shuts them down instantly, with a cold, hard fact they simply cannot argue with. "You guys haven't seen the news lately. Tabak is the one who took down a gold tier monster single-handedly. If any of you want to be captain, go kill a gold beast right now, and I will change the roster immediately. Any takers?" One student isn't buying it. He rolls up his sleeves looking for a fight. Who even knows how he actually did it? Probably just dumb luck. I don't believe it either. Come on. Tabak. I'm challenging you to a fight right now. The whole hall turns into a total riot. Everyone is itching to test the new captain. "I want a piece of you too, kid." Tabak throws his hands up looking pale. "Guys, please. I literally had no idea about this captain stuff. Give me a break." He curses under his breath. "That old man is setting me up. He basically just put a massive target on my back." Seeing the drama peaking, the principal decides it is time to bail. "Anyway, that is all for today. Go get ready for the match. The tournament starts in less than 20 days. I am expecting some big plays from you guys. Don't let the school down. He vanishes before Tabak can scream. Damn, that old geezer is fast. He basically threw me to the wolves and bolted. An upperclassman blocks his path out. Where do you think you're going, freshman? Tabak starts sweating and looks for an out. Look, I just remembered I have a super urgent thing to handle back at the dorms, bye. As Tabak scurries away, the seniors glare at his retreating back. What a total loser. There is no way that coward actually killed a gold-tier monster. I don't believe it for a second. Another guy crosses his arms, playing it cool. Relax. Once the tournament kicks off, I will show that kid who the real boss is. Back at the dorms, Tabak is busy prepping a massive feast for his little squad of hungry spirit beasts. Little 8, time for the good stuff? He opens a heavy bag full of monster cores, grinning. At least the principal paid up. 15 bronze cores right here. This should finally be enough for you to level up right. Eat up, buddy. He hands a glowing core to the turtle, while Little White the cat tries to swipe it with her sharp, tiny claws. Take it, Little 8, and chill out, you greedy cat. I've got something special for you, too. Don't worry. Tabak pulls out a vial of bright red blood essence and drips it into the cat's bowl while the turtle keeps inhaling cores. Your level is still low, Little White, so stick to this stuff. He watches the turtle eat like a vacuum and sighs. Man, you have got a serious appetite, Little 8. Slow down a bit. After devouring 15 cores, the turtle just stares at him, asking for more. Tabak's wallet is already screaming in pain. Each bite costs 100,000 bucks. Seriously, you're still hungry. How many more do you need to evolve anyway? He dumps the last few cores out, sounding a bit threatening. This is it, pal. If you don't evolve now, the cat gets everything. Scared by the threat, the turtle immediately goes for the kill. Little 8 swallows the whole pile in one gulp. Suddenly, its body starts shaking and glowing with an insane, blinding intensity. 40. A massive burst of golden light explodes from the turtle, filling the entire room and blinding poor Tabak on the spot. A blinding golden light exploded from Little 8, filling the room and forcing Subai to shield his eyes. The light is so bright it shoots through the windows, shaking the entire dorm building and sending students into a total panic. What is happening? Is it an earthquake? Suddenly, the system screen pops up. Congratulations to the host's success. The Divine Turtle reached mid-bronze tier. The host's level has also increased alongside his spirit beast. Promotion time. Divine Turtle status? Mid-bronze? 30% of the Black Tortoise bloodline is active. Physical power? 568 defense? 862. Spirit 90. New talent. God Shield creates a defensive barrier using the power of the Black Tortoise. Defense increased by 500%. Turtle's soul fusion buffs. Attack by 200% and defense by 300. Gravity? Well talent locks on enemies, dragging them in and crushing their speed. Tobai crosses his arms with a cocky, satisfied smirk. This is massive. Hell yeah. Little 8 finally leveled up. No new skills yet, but his base stats and talent levels just hit a massive power spike. This is exactly what I needed. Double the flex when another notification pops up. No way. Little Bai just leveled up too. We're absolutely winning right now. Congrats, host. The kitten reached high-tier mortal rank and awakened a new spirit beast talent. Shadow Step is now active. High-tier mortal kitten with traces of the white tiger bloodline. Vitality, 39. Defense, 38. Charlotte Agility, 79. And Spirit, 25. And Spirit, Talent 1, Claw Strike. Talent 2, Bloodlust. Talent 3, Shadow Step, boosting movement speed by 200%. Total Beast Mode. As the glow fades, both beasts radiate this insane new energy. Tobai looks on feeling like a total boss. Not bad at all. Little base agility is off the charts now. This power surge is straight fire. Both my beasts are officially leveled up and ready to wreck. He checks his status. Host Tobai mid-tier bronze beast tamer. Stat bonuses 30% from the Divine Turtle and 20% from the kitten. Looking solid. Vitality 115, Agility 74, Spirit 86, Talent 1, Infinite Evolution, Talent 2, 10,000 Beasts Origin. Talent 3, Shared Origin. Tobai clenches his fist, feeling pure raw power surging through his entire body. His eyes burn with hype. It is time to unleash this strength and dominate the stage at the 100 Schools tournament. The giant screen flashes the roster for the Zhangzhou Martial Arts University team. The crowd is buzzing. That last name stands out. Freshman Awakener Beast Tamer. Tobai. To get ready for the games. Tobai heads straight to the library. He is stunned by how massive this place is. Who knew the Zhangzhou library would be such a flex? It is huge. The pretty librarian smiles. Of course it is. This library was standing here long before this university was even a thing. This place is the backbone of Zhangzhou Martial Arts University. She checks his ID and gasps. A freshman with 180 credits. That is wild. She points toward the back. The Beast Tamer books you want are right over there. Feel free to dig through whatever you need. Tabai nods politely. Thanks, ma'am. He walks into the towering shelves, whispering to himself. Man, there are a ton of books on taming here. Reading all this is going to take forever. He happens to pull out an old autobiography. Little fun. The memoir of the strongest beast tamer in history. Why does that name ring a bell? I have definitely heard it before. He flips the pages, reading the intense lines, where heaven and earth converge. Eternal souls. Divine weapons. Sacred beast armor, the roots of nature, and shared origin. Tabai rubs his chin. Shared origin, I have already mastered that one. But what do eternal souls and sacred beast armor actually mean? Meanwhile, a group of seniors walks by. Hu Qing-shu is with them, and he spots the kid immediately. Is that the freshman? Another guy snickers. A beast tamer has zero future, no matter how much he reads. Hu Qing-shu waves them off. Forget him, let us go. Bah. Tabai ignores the noise, totally glued to the book. Man, this Luo fan guy was a straight-up legend. He created 3 divine skills, shared origin, sacred beast armor, and the eternal soul. Pure greatness. He even fought off an entire invasion of tribal clans all by himself. The deeper Tabai reads, the more he gets sucked into this epic tale. Such a bummer that he got outnumbered in the end and went down fighting on the battlefield. I really need to study this thing closely. Suddenly, a flash of light shoots out from the pages, blinding him. He jumps back in shock. The book suddenly floats right out of his hands, glowing with a bright golden aura. What is going on? Is this book actually hovering? I can feel this weird surge of power flowing straight into my veins. Once the light dies down, he bolts to the front desk. Hey there, what is the rush, kid? Can I check this book out, please? The librarian takes it, pushes up her glasses, and starts flipping through it with a totally confused look. Wait, this has no barcode or label. I do not think this even belongs to our library. Tabai is lost. No way. I literally just pulled it off that shelf right over there. She tries to pry the cover open with both hands, but it is like it is super glued shut. It will not budge a single millimeter. She starts straining, gritting her teeth, and breaking a sweat while wrestling with the book, but nothing. Why won't this thing just open? Tabai steps up, scratching his head. That is so weird. I was just reading it a second ago. Let me try. The second he touches it, the book just glides open perfectly. They both just stare at it in total shock. See, it opens just fine. The librarian blinks, clearly embarrassed, and just waves her hand to play it off. Whatever must be a glitch. Just take it home and bring it back when you're done. Tabai stuffs it in his bag, grinning. So I can borrow this as long as I want? The girl smiles and gives a nod. Yep, exactly. Tabak waves, looking pretty stoked. That is awesome. Thanks, Professor. Catch you later. But the second Tabak clears the door, the librarian's whole vibe flips on a dime. She pulls out her phone, eyes looking sharp and mysterious. Hey, principal, that book you left on the shelf, he just walked off with it. On the other end of the line, the principal slams his desk and yells, totally caught off guard. That kid actually cracked that thing open. The librarian nods. Saw it with my own eyes. It was that freshman student, Tabak. Tabak. The principal strokes his beard with a smug grin. Good, very good. He stands up, staring out the window, his voice dropping into a nostalgic and serious tone. Like fam, the one you have been waiting for, finally showed up after 100 years. If you can see this from the afterlife, you're probably pretty happy right now. Time flies. 2 weeks later, the Jiangchao Martial Arts University gate is packed with buses and banners for the 100-school league. The scoreboard breaks down the rules. This tournament is split into 5 massive main combat zones. East, Southwest, North, and Central. Only 2 teams from each zone make the cut. Amidst all the hype, a beautiful reporter grabs the mic and starts her play-by-play for the cameras. A huge welcome to all the martial arts universities. 8 schools from across the whole province are gathering right here at Jiangchao University to battle it out. Right next to her, some streamer is flashing peace signs and screaming into his phone. Yo, listen up. Tickets for this year's league tournament are almost impossible to get. I'm streaming this whole event live for you guys, and we'll be giving away some sweet gifts along the way. As the teams roll in, you can practically smell the tension. This guy in a blue jersey sneers and gives the red team a massive thumbs down. Long On University actually showed up. You guys are just here to get trashed. The red team's captain snaps right back. We will see who gets wrecked soon enough. Just watch you trash. Inside the massive stadium, tens of thousands of fans are screaming their heads off, making a deafening noise. The energy in here is absolutely insane. In the Jiangchao waiting area, Professor Liu frowns while scanning all the team members. Is everyone here yet? Ho Thenthu reports with a frustrated look. Tabak hasn't arrived, but everyone else is present and ready. Another senior sighs, looking totally exhausted. He is supposed to be our captain. No way he is flaking out at the last second, right? While the team is panicking, a heavy, steady footstep thuds against the floor. That familiar cocky voice rings out, no way I am backing out now. Tabak shows up in his uniform, hands on his hips, and grinning ear to ear. I am here. Teacher Liu stares at him, totally stunned. Man, it has only been a few days, but Tabak's power level seems like it has skyrocketed. Shaking off the shock, she rushes him. Glad you made it. The match starts soon, and we need the roster. Tabak thumps his chest and winks. Relax, Professor Liu. I've got this all figured out. Up on the big screen, the MC appears, his booming voice echoing across the stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, faculty and students, I ask for your silence. It was only 1 month ago today. The Thousand Beast races recently launched a massive strike to pin down our military's front lines. Meanwhile, smaller monster groups managed to slip through the front lines to attack our rear military bases in several provinces. Martial arts students in those targeted zones were almost completely slaughtered. The actual survival rate was under just 1%. The MC grits his teeth, eyes burning with rage as he screams, "Should we get revenge for our people?" Instantly, 10,000 fans leap up, pumping their fists and screaming like rolling thunder across the arena. Revenge. We must get revenge, kill all those cruel beasts. We have to win. Humanity must win, we have to win. Seeing the fire in the crowd, the MC clenches his fist to keep that hype going strong. Perfect. If humanity keeps this spirit, how could those beasts not be destroyed? This is the real purpose of today's tournament. I now officially declare the Jiangchao provincial qualifiers open for business. Over at the judges' table, the head referee stands up to announce the rules. The format will be team combat. Each team can send up to 5 people per match. The losers are eliminated and winners keep on fighting. The team with the last fighter standing on the stage wins the whole match. Now let's draw the matchups. A giant electronic cube spins to show the results. The first match features Long An versus Tan Dan, and the second match pits Jiang Chao against Than Van. All right, let us bring out the fighters from Long An and Tan Dan Martial Arts University right now. Backstage, Miss Liu is stressing over the draw. She's crossing her arms thinking, did we seriously just get stuck playing against Than Van Academy? Another student chimes in. Long An and Tan Dan are already throwing down, but we still do not even have our own starting lineup locked in yet. Just then, the principal strolls up totally chill with his hands tucked behind his back. He looks at the young captain Tabak asking if the roster is set. The whole group bows quick. Good morning, principal. Tabak just smirks, flashes a big grin, and gives a thumbs up. Oh, the lineup, I am going out there first. As for the other 4 spots, you guys just figure it out. Talk about a crazy answer. Miss Liu is totally speechless. Oh boy. Meanwhile, upperclassman Ho Then Thu is sweating bullets. He asks, Tabak man, is this seriously your big strategy for us? Suddenly, the seniors swarm their impulsive captain. Should we not be coming up with a real plan to target the weaknesses of the Than Van squad?